What is good? Man, I gotta move this around for a second. Hold on. Maybe like that. What is good? Been a minute. Been a minute. It's been a minute. What y'all been up to? I seen somebody in here talking about welding videos. I'm gonna get them. I think it was Ricky. Ricky, I'm gonna be back on them soon, man. It's kind of what I want to talk about today. It's not just welding a bunch of different things, but what's up, John? So I kind of stepped back from the YouTube scene. I mean, I've been doing reactions, but I kind of stepped back and started observing a little bit more, kind of feeling it out, man. I've learned a lot of things over the past, I'd say, week. Um, Probably been longer than that. Than I kind of been observing. I was really going ham in in the lives. I was all over. I was checking everything out, and I started to kind of see something that I didn't see earlier on. And what that was, I started realizing that like a lot of the like as humans, man, and YouTube, we're crazy. We're insane. Like one day, one group of people will be all for something, and then the next day, you'll see those same people talking trash about it somewhere else. I mean, and it's not just true crime; it's everything. It's every. Uh, People are different when it comes to a keyboard. You know what I mean? Like people's true thoughts come out through texting, come out through typing a comment, but also some of the fakest things come out. I mean, it's sad. It's good, Joe. So I'm starting to understand why artists, content creators, they start getting discouraged. You know what I mean? And they don't want to do it anymore. And I don't think it's because of they don't like what people are saying. They just have to see it all the time. I think that's why Chase shut his comments down. Not saying Chase was right to do anything that he's done, but I will say he was smart to turn his comments off. He was smart. But I don't know if that's going to matter. You know what I mean? You can't stop people from talking. But what my point is with this is so there's a group of people right now that are doing something out in Georgia that a lot of people disagree with, right? And the Quentin case, there's some things going on. There's some YouTubers out in Georgia, and a lot of people disagree about with that, and that's fine. It's just crazy to me that if YouTube wasn't around, nobody would even know these people were there. You know what I mean? But would it have the same impact? Like that's what I keep going back to. Like it has a huge impact because now you have multiple cars coming down the road, honking the horn, letting people know that they're supporting Quentin. You know what I mean? It's showing. So I'm kind of torn on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't agree with it and I don't disagree with it. I change mine almost daily due to new information. Well, that's what I'm saying, Mark. But see, the problem is this is a problem. So I'll give you all an example of my personal experience. So I wanted to start looking into another true crime case. I thought, okay, I'm going to go down this direction and I'm going to look at this. Within a few hours after I started looking into it, my um now I probably shouldn't have said anything. So this was I should have never said what case I was going to start looking into. I should have just started looking into it and kept it on the hush because I got so many different conflicting comments in my or messages in my Instagram. And it was like, yo, where do you go from there? You know what I mean? How do you try to understand something based off of your opinion when you have 50 other opinions constantly flooding your thought process. There's a guy that invented a helmet. I was watching this on a Netflix show last night. It's like a documentary. He invented a helmet to block out his surroundings completely so he could focus on what he had to do. Brit, well, okay. I feel bad for any kid that has to deal with that at all. I don't know if I'd call it chaos though. Like okay. People are so sensitive nowadays, and just because they're kids doesn't make it any different. A human shouldn't have to deal with that. But in the same sense, a little kid's life was taken. And yes, I know that the cops said that they're not doing this and they're not doing that, but it's pretty cool that these people are watching her every move so that she can't run off. She can't disappear and then it become another, case where they didn't have enough evidence. They couldn't find the mother, so now she's wanted and it'll get swept under the rug. Like I think it's dope that they're not allowing that to happen. Are they doing things that are probably wrong? Like what they're saying? Maybe. I'm sure. Who knows? We're not there. We don't know. You see it in a video, you might not agree with it, and that's okay. But don't bash these people for that. You're not doing two wrongs don't make a right. So you're mad at them for bashing them in front of children, but then you're going to bash them. I'm so confused on that. But that's the internet. Britt, I agree. It sucks that they're screaming. I agree. But if something happened to my child and nothing was going on, dude, I would be so happy that these people were there shouting at the top of their lungs. I agree, Jessica. I agree. I just think that people create the fuel. Like I haven't really said anything about anybody uh in a while. I haven't brought up any names, I haven't been on lives, I haven't made any videos, and I did that on purpose. I wanted to see, and I probably will stay away from that as much as I can until I'm brought back into it, but I tried to see, and I would go into that idiot's chat and leave a blow him a kiss or whatever. But I wanted to see what type of people, the caliber of people that I was going to deal with if I got away from that. And I didn't know, I didn't know if it was who was surrounding themselves with me or if I brought that in by moving into that true crime. I was doing like a personal inventory. I'm like, am I bringing these crazy ass people to me, or did I pick them up and insert them with me? If that makes any sense. Because like people are gonna be themselves regardless, and they're gonna attract a certain type of people. And I wanted to know if I was attracting that type of people or if it was just the crowd I involved myself in. And that's something like I wish kids understood that. When I was younger, my mom always told me, "You're hanging out with the wrong people. You're hanging out with the wrong people." I did not get what she meant. I'm like, man, these people are cool. They're fine. Don't worry about them. No, that's not what she meant. Appreciate you. I'm trying not to. I've been with you. Yeah, no, I know. There's a lot of people in here that's been with me before true crime. My question is this: is what you're doing going to speed up justice? Speed up justice what we really want? Force Ellie's hand while they're collecting. No, I agree. Sleuthy Goose, I agree. We don't want to speed nothing up because that's how you get the Casey Anthony's. You know what I mean? And I said that before I was even into YouTube. I said that when the Casey Anthony thing went on. I said, leave that woman out and let her tell on herself. She's going to go to a party, get intoxicated, and tell somebody. Let that happen. They didn't, and you see what happened. And I've said it before, you have to have hard evidence. You have to have hard evidence. I mean, even with most of the time, the body is enough, depending on the medical examiner and what they can determine. But sometimes, even with the body, that's not enough evidence to arrest anyone. You know what I mean? Yeah, mom definitely knows best. But see, people don't understand that. It ain't even kids. Like that is one of the most important things that you're going to learn. I feel like, in my opinion, your entire life is how to hang out with the right type of people, how to associate yourself with the right type of people, because there's plenty of people that are locked behind bars for the rest of their life or dead or in a really bad position in their life based off of who they associated with. I'm serious when I say that, and if you think about it, you'll agree. The people they associated themselves with is what caused them to get where they're at now, good or bad. Some people are sitting in high rises and don't know how to uh, change a tire. You know what I mean? They didn't need to change a tire because they always have money to take care of that. And sometimes, and that's what I think people talk about head starts. You want a good solid head start in life? Hang around the right type of people. I've been convicted in Texas in the slow in the wait. Sleuthie. I've been convicted in Texas in the slow process, slower justice work. I told on myself twice. Yeah, me too, bud. I'm right there with you, Creek Squad, Chris. Good people in jail, bad people in pretty clothes. I wouldn't say that. I would say there is a small, very, 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 very small percentage. I mean, the people, listen, you going to jail will show you a lot about Earth, about the world, about the people you associate with. There's some of the coolest, down to earth people in there, and there's some of the most wild, psychopathic killers in there. You know what I mean? Like, there's no criminals definitely have a face, criminals definitely have an image, but sometimes you can't see it right away. Sometimes, and that's why I feel like a lot of people when they get older and they start allowing themselves to go out and hang out with different crowds. See, when you're in school, you learn the behaviors of your friends. You know, this kid does that, that kid does that. Like you know everybody. I mean, for the most part, even if you're not popular, you know the behaviors of each person. You know, that's a bully, that's this, that's that, so on and so forth. When you get older, you have to learn that as you insert yourself into different groups. And people are sketchy, people are weird. Have you noticed a huge difference between accredited? I don't think anything are accredited. I don't think. I think a lot of times, yeah, we're all yeah, fact. I think a lot of times people just guess. People are given a little bit of information with a whole bunch of bullshit. I mean, think of it like this: if you got, if I took you and I moved you into the middle of, I'm gonna pick a rough spot. I took you from where you're at now, and I moved you to the middle of Memphis, Tennessee, and I stuck you down in like Beale Street with no friends, nobody to, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter your gender. I stuck you down into the heart of Memphis. And I'm like, you don't know anybody, you ain't got a job, you ain't got nothing. You got money, you got whatever you brought in your bank account, and that's it. Survive. A lot of people would fail because they're not able to read and sense the people that they're around. They don't think that that's important. They think, oh, I'm gonna just go over here because that's the easy thing to do. I'm not gonna, like I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I need to investigate before I figure out if I believe these people or not, or if I like what these people are doing. What do you mean? You should be able to meet somebody, talk to them for a minute, and kind of know off rip, hey, is this somebody I would associate with? Yes or no? And then start putting facts on why you would or why you wouldn't. Yeah, I agree. You understand your parents better when you're a parent. That's a circle of life. Yeah, but that sucks because I don't agree with that. I do agree with that, but I don't agree with that because there's plenty of kids that have kids at 16, 15, 14, and they're horrible parents. The ability to judge well. Well, this is what's crazy. I think I talked about this before. So I've already told you my mom told me I need to judge the people I'm around, hang around better people, right? When I was younger, it was constantly. Then I got into some trouble, and all the counselors and the judges and all of them said, "Hey, you need to hang around better people. You need to judge the people you're hanging around with." And my famous thing I said was, "So I should check and see if any of them got pot every time I hang around with them." And then I was like, "Well, that's stupid. So I'm just gonna do what I want to do." And I got in trouble again, and I got the police telling me, "Bro, you're hanging around with the wrong people, the wrong crowd." So I was constantly beat to judge somebody, and I never did it. I'm like, "No, I'm not doing this. This is not what I'm doing." Well, then next thing you know, block grandma. Next thing you know, I got him. Um, you go out into normal life as an adult, and you're taught to what? Don't judge people. Don't judge people. Let people be themselves. Do what they gotta do. Live their life. Don't worry about what they're doing. I mean, how crazy is that? And that's what I'm talking about. Like that is so childish. People, the mentality of people nowadays is just kid mode. Just straight up kid mode. And Britt, I appreciate you reporting them, but it ain't gonna matter. They'll just block that account and then they'll make another account, somebody else's name. I already seen my name in here once. And I don't know, but the one idiot that's tried to push me to come out and break my character, I think he's starting to realize it's not worth talking about me anymore. Even though I seen my picture on a video yesterday. But I don't know if he ever said a word about me. And it is what it is. I already told my wife a long time ago that these people don't aren't gonna be able to make me feel any type of way. And it's true to an extent, man. Um, Live chats don't bother me. The comments, it's crazy because the people that you feel like support you sometimes will be the first person to point something out that's wrong or they don't like. Rather than just riding with it and supporting it and being like, yo, that's pretty cool. Flame emoji. Something simple. Mr. Beast. What about Mr. Beast? I love Mr. Beast. Creek Squad Chris. Broke up my girlfriend because of Mr. Beast, 31-year-old that asked me, asked, what? I broke up with my girlfriend because of Mr. Beast, 31-year-old that asked me, Mr. Beast, for money. Oh, I broke up with my girlfriend because of kid mode. 31-year-old that asked Mr. Beast for money. Yeah, he's still going. Yep. Yep. What does it say? The internet's a crazy place, John. It is, bro. Here you are. See, John, let me highlight John here for a minute. If I'm correct, John is the same person that was over trying to be a troll. If I'm, let me go look because now I want to see. I'll talk about John if that's the case. I give John my opinion before I base my opinion off of anything. I'm gonna see if that's the right person. Where's he at? Where is Mr. Kraus? I don't see him now. Did somebody block him? Oh, maybe it ain't the same John. It kind of looks like the same John. John, is that you from old Dementa? Dementa? I think it is. Progressive Patriot, what's up? Mr. Reaction Reviews, what's up, man? I was a sick show. I was good, man. It was dope. Definitely was dope. We got there later. They performed a little later, which I was kind of shocked. No trolling, all love. Hmm, that's dope if you're the same person from that dude's chat all the time. Because yo, you had me mad a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I work full time job now. She's 13, stuck in kid mode. Yeah, man. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, pretty good turnout. Pretty good turnout. If y'all haven't checked out Mr. Reactions and Reviews, go check them out. That's our Hernando County congressman right there, man. Appreciate you, homie. So anyway, let me kind of touch on another thing while I'm on this. I don't I don't understand. Now look, I know that this is entertainment and I know that people are going to go after people. That's what this I mean, you got to think, man, this is social media. People have opinions, people's opinions differ. People say things about other people and it is what it is. I just don't understand the amount of flip flop people that 1 minute are over here and then the next minute they're over there and they're stirring. I mean, it's stirring the pot, and I get it. And that's what, like, you have to understand that YouTube and subscribers and a fan base and all that is built off of trolls. It really is. Without trolls, you don't have fans that support. Like, say somebody comes in here, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Y'all are gonna go after that person, and that's a supporter, right? So if you see that person in another video, you're going to do they're doing the same thing. Hopefully, your supporters are going to back you. Once that happens, then it starts a whole spiral effect of now the content creator notices and it becomes a battle. And look, true exposure. I'll say this. That's the point. These people don't get that nobody was saying that this is exactly what happened. And this is what went down. No, we were discussing what we thought could be a possibility. Yorkshire Pud, true crime channels. You find me one, send it to me, and show me one true crime channel that solved a crime. Well, okay, if they solved it and they said it, show me one that went and got the police to take an action. You know what I mean? Like that's where I lose it. But at the same time, the exposure and the awareness from one creator or two creators or three or four or five at a scene causing people to pay attention to that location. I mean, hopefully nothing bad happens. And that's what I thought about. And the police do this. The police have done this. They're yes, the police are not doing it. Um, but there's no hostage situation. There's no. I mean, I don't know. That's. I look at the individuals. I don't know enough about the individuals to make a judgment call on them, like we are just speaking about. But I know that let them do what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? If you were in your car, you drive past, you say, "Oh, these people are idiots," and you keep driving. You know what I mean? If you've seen them in the gas station, you're at the gas station. You see, look, I live in Florida, and there's crazy people everywhere, all over the place, anywhere you go. And I watch herds of people walk out of Publixes, walk out of speedways. I mean, gas stations, grocery stores, right past people that are freaking insane. I recorded one a couple weeks ago and I put it on my Instagram, and the dude was literally just tweaking, losing his mind, trying to catch rides with everybody, following people around, and nobody said a word to him. Not one word. They just walked away from him, got in their car, drove away. Got away from him, walked in their car, drove away. One dude looked back at him and kind of rolled his eyes at him, and the dude stopped right in his steps. Oh, okay, on to the next one. Why is it necessary to go in and bash somebody because you don't agree with what they're doing? You know what I mean? What and hey, and actually that's all the time. That's everywhere. I mean, maybe not to that extent, the Wolverine dude, maybe it wasn't that bad, but for the most part, that's everywhere. I mean, I've drove through multiple states, and it doesn't change. If anything, it starts getting worse, especially in the southern states. It was more than methed up. That was see, and that's another thing, man. Like I'm afraid for the youth for one reason: social media. People are no longer able to communicate outside of social media. Yeah, you don't know what you don't know, Shane. Florida man, facts, facts. What? Do you want me to leave the mic on, or do you want to just
Leave it on.
okay?
So today at work, I saw an article about a 10-year-old girl in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Some guy tried to lure her, telling her he would give her candy, he would give her money, and all this stuff. And he went to grab this girl, and she ran away. She got away. The next day, he came back after her on her way to school again, and she took off running from him. And they're looking for this guy. Like, it's so scary for our children. It's just crazy. Like, he came back again the next day
Uh,
after her,
Right.
after she got away the first day.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts. It's scary.
Yeah, and there. What she was talking about is the little girl that the guy kept trying to take her. He tried to take her once. She got away, and then he came back and tried to take her again. But if you watch, I can't remember the name of the. I want to say it was CNN, and a lot of people go, "Oh, it's CNN." But there's some sort of reporter that would go and say, okay, he would be in a van and he would be parked on the side of the road or in a neighborhood, and he would put like a kid crying or uh, by himself, something in like a popular area, and see how many people walk past this child before they said anything. Or they would like, or a kid would get picked up by an adult and say, "No, no, 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 I'm waiting for my parents," and they would just say, "No, it's all right, come on," and they would walk away with them, and they would see uh, I don't know if it's CNN, Vicky, and then I don't even give a shit what news station is it. It was a documentary, and you base your knowledge off of the experience, not the news outlet. You know what I mean? Yes, could have been a fake park with a bunch of fake people that were all hired and all scripted. Yes, it could be, but when you look at like the big picture of all the people that go missing all the time, it makes sense. These people that walk amongst us, me, you, all they kept walking. And I'm not saying we kept walking, but I'm saying the people you don't know, the people that you look through at the grocery store, you would be surprised how many people are gonna go out and stick their neck out to stop a situation because people are too afraid of intervening on something that ain't a problem. They're like, I'm not gonna say nothing. That might be his uncle. I'm not gonna say nothing. That might be their dad. I'm not gonna say nothing. You don't know what's really going on. If you go with your gut sometimes, man, and not be so afraid of what other people are gonna think about you, you might save somebody's life. I mean, for real. Like people are so afraid to go with their what they feel. If you feel some type of way about a situation, speak it. Don't keep your mouth shut because so and so don't or so and so does or you don't want to offend anybody. Fuck that. You got life's too short to worry about offending people. And if you're offending somebody based off of your opinion, you probably don't want to be around that person anyway. Because if they can't respect you and your opinion, fuck them. I mean, for real. People don't get involved anymore. No, people don't get involved anymore when they should get involved. People get involved in petty ass shit like YouTube wars and spend their whole life to battling with somebody. Yo, I didn't even make any videos, I don't think. I don't think I made one video battling any of these idiots. Maybe one live. And it was stressful as hell, man. And it don't bother me. That's the crazy part about it. Is sometimes I would hear what they're saying and it would piss me off because it's like, yo, you don't even know me. But then I'm like, there, I just said it. You don't even know me. So why am I letting this idiot judge something he doesn't know? That's like saying, oh, I ain't reading that book. It's stupid. No, that's a childish mentality. That goes back to what I was talking about earlier. A lot of people are still children. They have a childish mentality, and that's why they surround their people that they surround themselves with. You don't wake up in the morning and go, look, my daughter's got friends, my son's got friends, my wife's got friends, I got friends that I don't that I associate with, I see, I look at, I talk to, but at the end of the day, man, it's like I'm doing this for myself, my family. That's it. And if somebody ain't riding with me, that's fine. That is okay. And I know that. And I know the ones that'll stick their head out for me. And I know the ones that got my back. And that's all I really worry about. The rest of the people, they can say whatever they want to say. They can do whatever they want to do. They can talk their shit. They can run their mouths because I know at the end of the day, the only people that matter to me will still be there. I've dealt with lost children when I was in the customer service retail business. It's an enormous amount of trouble and they get away from their parents. Yeah. I used to go when my mom hated it. We'd go to the grocery store and I would drive her so crazy that she would say, go get this, and that. So I'd go, I'd get this, and I'd walk up and down the center aisle looking, looking. And I wouldn't look really good. I would think, oh, can't find her. I go right up to the register. Hey, can you page my mom for me? I can't find her. Oh man. She was pissed every time, but I thought it was funny as hell. She wasn't mad. She was scared. She was scared. She was like, you know what? This little motherfucker. I told him to go get bread, and I'm getting paged on the intercom now. Somebody try to take him. Like I feel that as a parent. I feel it as a parent. Creek squad to the wheels fall off. You already know. You already know. Creek squad. See, that's crazy. You said that, man, because you ain't even got to know a motherfucker. Like I had a kid start at my job about 2 weeks ago, and he's got RHEC on a kitchen tattoo on the inside of his arm. And I ain't gonna lie, the kid sucks. He's lazy. You know what I mean? He's not. But I work hard. You know what I mean? And when I see what he's doing, it's like, damn, bro. Damn, dog. You listen to this. You rock with these type of people, man. Bust your ass. Get out here and bust your ass. But he's still young. You know what I mean? And it's kind of my responsibility to, I guess, teach him the ways. And if he is Creek Squad and he does want to listen and he does want to learn and he does want to support his family, he'll listen. I did that to my stepdad. They pegged him as a fat man in a gray shirt. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, my dad, the fat man in the gray shirt. That's dope. Is he an apprentice? No, he's not an apprentice. He's a finisher. So he gets the final product and finishes it, sands it, hand sands it, whatever. But that to like, I'm gonna tell y'all, that's the hardest job in the shop. That is the hardest job, and that's the most important job in the shop because I could somebody could build it, or somebody could cut it, somebody could build it, somebody could weld it beautifully. It could all look great. The process could go smooth as all could be. It gets back to that finisher, and he's got to take some welds out or got to sand it up and clean it up, get all the marks off of it. And he doesn't do a good job. He grinds deep into the rail, leaves a bunch of marks, and goes and gets powder coated gray, and you can see all the black permanent marker underneath. Like, or the pencil that turns a different color when it gets hot. Mama Becky called me out. What she said? I know I was lazy once. I was lazy, but I had a very busy mindset. Like you could call me lazy back in the day, but my brain, I had a lot of good ideas. I was dealing with different things at that time in my life. I wouldn't call it lazy. I got another excuse for that, but it ain't an excuse. I guess it is an excuse. And sometimes I drag ass. Everybody drags ass. Some days I don't want to do anything. I've been lazy lately. Work's kind of slow. Then it picks up. Then you got to get back into the swing and going. Man, ah, Lithia, Mama Becky ain't got no problem calling anybody up. And see, that was another thing. My mom don't play with internet. She's only on here probably because I'm on here. And if not, she would be watching a video minding her own business. But when it's time for her to not mind her business, or when it's time for it to become her business to mind, it's not good. I promise you that. Yo, my mom could find me at a party when I was 17 years old, 16 years old, when cell phone or Snapchat and all that crap did not exist. She would locate me at a big ass party 3 towns over, and she would be at the party, nightgown and all, dragging my ass out. So I now you got the internet and a bunch of powerful tools at her hands. I wouldn't mess with that, man. I would not mess with that. Yeah, I did see that. Shout out to him. That's dope. Katie Duffy, did you see? I shared it on my story. Where did that go? Oh, Miss Captain Kirk. Yeah, I'm gonna be real busy in a week. No, I got you. I'm good on that. What's up, Backwoods Logan? But then you got to factor, like, I'm gonna get back into doing my country rap news every Tuesday. I should have done it today. I didn't have enough things that I found. I was kind of lazy on that, but I need to get back to doing that. I need to go back to doing mixtape Mondays, and I need to move my country rap news back to Wednesday, and then drop reactions in between there. Oh yeah, mom. Why we're in here and we got everybody in here. So there's a timestamp documentation. Are you coming up uh one of one of the days when Cass has her surgery when I gotta go to work? The Monday. I don't know. She knows. I don't even know why I'm asking because I don't know what was said, so I'm just curious. Oh yeah, maybe you can't right now anyway. You can't. You're good. Busy? Just forget every little thing about laundry. What? I'm confused. Country rap news will be Wednesday. I'll probably go back to posting videos. I don't know. Did y'all like it when me and Kenny did it live? If you guys like it when we went live, that we could do that. But I might go back to just making it in a video format. I'm looking to invest in any great ideas. I thought about doing a couple different things. I thought about doing skits. Not really skits. I got to be careful with what I do though, because what I thought about doing, I kind of seen somebody else doing it, and I don't want to bite off of what they're doing too much. But in the same sense, like they were only doing it for one side, so I feel like going after them might it's going to bring a lot of heat on me. That's why I'm kind of Shane. You like me doing it live? Yeah, I think me and Kenny. I think me and Kenny will still do it live. Then I got to get with Kenny. I know Kenny's got a lot going on too. Kenny, if you have not subscribed to Kenny Reacts or you have not checked out Kenny Reacts, go do it. I know a lot of y'all did, and I appreciate that. Me and Kenny started at about the same time. I want to say he might have started a little bit before me, but not much. And that's kind of been like the brother, man. That's been my YouTube brother along this journey. We kind of push each other. What? The first? That surgery is next week. That's right. Yeah, because I told Kyle I need to get into my. Yep. I need to write that down, man. Mom, if you can, it's fine. I can. I'll do it. I'll talk to you about it later. I shouldn't even ask you on this. Yeah, I was gonna put my own spin on it, so I'll just say it. So there's a couple. I'm not gonna say the channels, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but I'm just gonna say what they're doing. There's a couple content creators that are at Halloween time. They're gonna go after another set of content creators. Not go after them, but they're gonna make skits on them, and I think it's pretty funny. Like, to be honest with you, I think it's funny. Like, just what they're doing is kind of funny. So I thought about trying to get with the other content creators that they're going after and spice it on back up. What's your idea, yo, man, girl? Oh yeah, next week. If her surgery is next week, there ain't gonna be no true crime. I might be able to, or there probably might not be anything. If I'm at work, my first break, I got like 30 minutes. I might be able to record something and then at night try to edit it. Shout out to Dylan too, man. If the guy, the map guy, Dylan, that was up on my panel a couple times, his house burned down, man. Feel so bad for that dude. I hope he gets into something soon. Yeah, Jamie, I apologize. If it was sent over in regards to Kylie Rock, look, y'all don't understand, and you might. I wish, and this is another thing I was gonna do, and tell me all if this is a good idea. I think I want to make a video on how I, from start to finish, create my reaction. Like I have another, so I do it on my phone. I do all the reactions on my phone, and I have another phone that I screen record the YouTube video with, right? And then I take the two videos and I put them together. But I want to make a video on how I do it from the recording the video to editing the video and then call it a day. I don't know, Kayla. I hope you went to the doctor. That would be an interesting process to see. Oh, because I talked to somebody. Whoa, whoa. Who bullied you? Whoa, I'm so lost. Who is BK's? No, that is. Get a cameraman to record me. Yeah, that's true. I want to do. I want to do a freaking. I need to get. I know Creeker Mariah wants to do an interview. I need to do that, and I also need to do. I need to do like a. I did one early on, get to know Captain Kirk, but I need to do one and really hone in on what I want to talk about. Creeker Mariah. I'm thinking about doing it, but it to make the video. Like, all right, let me explain this to you. So the process of me putting it together in the editing, I'm probably doing way more work than I need to because I don't know how to do it on a computer. Well, I do know how to do it on a computer, but I don't know what programs to use, and it takes longer, in my opinion, on a computer because I have to figure it all out, and I really haven't had time to sit down at the computer for 6 hours and figure it out when I could do it on my phone in 30 minutes, 25 minutes. But I take my intro is already saved, my outro is already saved. Then I have to take the video that I make, the like I guess the intro to the video. If I put any music in it, I have to remember the spot of the music that I listen to through a different device to where I'm dancing. So that music is not on my screen. I'm actually listening to it in an earbud off of another device. So then I have to take that loop of music and remember where I listened to it at and put it in tune with my dance moves. Deacon Blue video using Mac. I'm about to do some YouTube tutorials just to figure out how to do. And like, look, I'll be honest with you. So using the so this is a thing. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it. You might be able to see it. Let me see. This is a program thing that I use. Oh, where's that? You ain't gonna be able to see it. Maybe now. Anyway, it's called UCut. And the reason that I like it so much is because it actually teaches me, it don't teach me anything, but I can mess around with it. And I've learned how to take audio, add audio to a photo. That's how I was creating the mixtapes. Add audio to a photo and move it and position it like a mixer. You know, it'll play this. There'll be a beat underneath it that's playing with it. I lower the sounds of the beat, increase the sounds of my volume, smash a couple edits in it, maybe tune up the sound on it, move into the song, and so on and so forth. Fade in, fade out. UCut. YOUCUT. Mark, Captain Kurt, you can take advantage of the gig economy. This is a chance for you to go viral. Yeah, no, I agree, man. I think it would be so much easier on a computer when I finally made the change. I was able to grab more reactions quicker. Yeah, I have a computer. I'm on the computer, but I think my computer is outdated to the point where it ain't gonna matter. Southern Logic, that's what I do, man. When to record me, when to screen record the video, add your video to iMovie and add screen recording. Yeah, no, it's not it, but it's not super easy. It when you do it that way, you're only doing one element. You're doing your video and you're just laying over on top of it. I got multiple things going. I'm taking the front side video. I got some music in it. Adding the music different to each song. You can't. It's a lot more than that, man. I get what you're saying. And when I first originally started doing it, that's all it was. Hell, I didn't even need to do that. I would screen record with my phone on X recorder while it had a PIP on the screen. So it was recording me and the screen recorder at the same time in my mic. I plugged it into this boom mic because I got two mics. This mic's to the mixer that I have now, and this mic's to whenever I do reactions. Ooh, and there goes the ring light. So it's not as easy as that. I mean, it kind of is, depending on what you're going for. But as you want to get better at what you're doing, appreciate you, True Texan. I don't know what these say anymore. Even hold on. Creek Squad. I got that one. Oh, I still got that one.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boy?
What's it called? What's what called? Yeah, UCut. But UCut is perfect for so UCut. Here, I'll show you. Actually, that's something I can do real quick. You can hear it. So UCut, you can go in new project. You can find whatever you want. Like I'll pick the photo of the thumbnail. So you take the photo of the thumbnail, and I can add sound to it. So like the Captain Kurt React 16 bar challenge, I can put that sound into. I'll show you. Oh, my daughter's man. Okay. So here you go. There's the sound. There's the beat. Now, if I hit use, now I got the beat. Let's see if I can get it to focus. See the yellow down there? The yellow is the sound, and the photo is like the visual. But you can change the sound of the beat. Like you could change the volume level, and then you can add your lyrics as a separate sound form, and then it'll be playing the beat and your lyrics. Like, but you have to line all that up, and people understand that's not easy to use too. What? What is VSDC? Arctic Hicks has a good video showing how he puts together his reaction. Really? Basil, that's how you mean. Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get better at what you're doing too. So that's where my growth. I'm trying to grow a little bit more. So I'm trying to max out my ability on my phones. And once I feel confident, then I make the jump to OBS. Yeah, and some people only got a phone. Oh, I was thinking about that, but not yet. I like my intro. My intro is my family and Upchurch is in there. I like that. I'll rock it with it. But anyway, I did the Kylie Rodney case wasn't too much for me. It was everything that came with it. Um, it was a situation that I was into. I was in a I was out in front of everyone. You know what I mean? It wasn't just one or two true crime channels that knew who I was. It was a lot of them, and everybody isn't gonna like you. And I just happened to get the scumbag that started going after me, and it's fine. I don't mind that because, like I said, the trolls are what make YouTube go around. They really are. It was just that situation. There was a lot of stuff that was said that wasn't necessary to be said. There was a lot of things that were done that shouldn't have been done. I mean, granted, like a few people have said, it was our opinion. We're allowed to have our opinion. That's what I'm saying. I think the world has gone so soft that opinions aren't wanted anymore. It's like you're gonna answer yes or no, and that's all we're gonna give you the option. You can't be a 50-50 person. You can't be undecided anymore. You have to either be yes or no. And most of the time, if it's not yes, then get out of here. I'm all into figuring shit out on his own. Think that for $1,000 you can get a cameraman. Yeah, I agree. But I would want to spend $1,000 for that. I wouldn't want to spend that much money to do something that eventually I'm going to be able to do. The goal is to start shooting music videos one day. I would like to do that. Even if it's just some behind the scenes of music videos, I think it would be dope to be involved in that. I like the whole process. Uh I like digital design a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah, he after Power Stroke now. And yeah, and that sucks, man, because I like Power Stroke. I do. And I wish that I could deter that from happening because it sucks, man. It drains you. It really does. As much as people don't believe it, it does. Katie, we are too. Believe me, it will happen. What? Whoa, 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 what happened? Oh, we'll be back, Katie. Don't you worry. I'm sure. Cass would not let that happen. We have to come back. But no, I get what you're saying, Mark. I get what you're saying. But see, my thing is I could probably. I got a camera here. I got a camera on this phone, and this phone camera is actually really good. This is a Hasselblad. This camera is really good. I could use this one, and I have another one, and I could get different angles. Southern logic, that's facts, man. I agree. Um, I think that, like I said, man, this is entertainment. So I understand the entertainment side of this. I understand that people are on here for entertainment purposes only. I get that 100%. What the problem is like the idiot talks about like the filters. There ain't no filters. There's filters, but there's not filters to hurtful comments. You can say things so many different ways. Man, sometimes people say things out of like a good intention, and the person that reads it takes it as something bad, something negative. So you mean to tell me that the only way you could communicate with somebody is through nasty comments? No, it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing me. This is my thing, man. I'm my biggest critic on everything I do. I am harder on myself than any y'all could ever be on me. So when I feel like my content needs more improvement, I'm going to. I do need to figure out better lighting. I know that. I just kind of I'm lazy about it cuz I got a life, I got work. You know, I devote a lot of my time to this as it is, and I really can't devote any more. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's a lot of people. Insanity probably could relate to that. Basil could probably relate to that. A lot of the people that are in the chat I see on here all the time. So you're devoting a lot of your time to it already. You can't really, sitting in my closet every day and creating content all the time is not what I want to do all the time. I enjoy doing it, but at the same time, it's like you have to disconnect from it. And lately, I've been trying to disconnect from it a little bit more, but I've been having a hard time because I enjoy doing it. If I could get paid full time to sit here all day, I would. I'd have this skull painted all badass. I bought this skull. I'm gonna paint it. Put in here somewhere. Oh, I ain't pulled the tab yet. I'm gonna pull it. There you go. Got this little skull. Oh, you can't see it. That sucks. It's glowing. See, there's the lighting problem. There you go. Changes colors. But I heard Dolly talking on his channel today about he wants to get like studio production equipment and one day, you know what I mean? One day, that's all the goal, I would think. Yeah, no, I agree, Britt. But I'm talking about the lighting ain't bad for this, but I feel like my lighting's better now and my reactions. If you get a chance, go watch one I just did at Jesse B. Um, Here, we'll watch it together, actually. And I feel like that's something I should do because I've never done that before. I never watched my own reaction with anybody else. I'm usually pretty like I don't want to watch it around other people, but it is what it is, right? In Southern, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. That I don't um, share screen. There you go. Open that up.
Is that a bird?
No, it's a plane.
Nah.
Nah, man, it's Captain Kurt.
Oh, wait till you see Captain Kurt. You're gonna be like, fuck.
Through the mud, it still made the
So right here, I feel like the uh, camera quality is pretty good. That's with my phone. But I want to explain this real quick. So right here, I recorded this. I have an earbud in my other ear, in my left ear. I recorded this while listening to this exact spot that's playing. But I didn't record it on my camera. So I had to take the sound and I had to add it to this video. But the reason it helped is you'll see the sound fades into me talking pretty well because they're over top of each other. Watch.
path I'm headed on. I won't apologize if I offended y'all. Tired of defending y'all like JT and T. I owe Jesse B is dead and gone. I walk with the confidence that I seem to have lost, and now I've got it on my eyes and every T I ain't crossed. See, I was keeping tabs of everything my haters had cost. Hear me loud and clear, bitches. I'm the motherfucking boss. And I don't want to.
What's good? It's your boy Captain Kurt. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you do so right now. Hit that like button, leave a comment, show your boy some love. We got the homegirl Jessie B. The name of this song is Beth Dutton, and I'm excited, man. I've been waiting for Jessie to drop. It's been some time. I'm glad she took some time and focused on herself, because, man, I have a feeling she's about to bless us with some bangers. When I seen this, it says "fuck mainstream" on the back end of it. I was like, let's go. So without further ado, this is Jessie B. Beth Dutton. Let's go.
The sting never fades with me.
Okay, so I added this, obviously, at Jessie B, just so you knew her name. But I have to put this screen recording of her video on top of another video. I PIP it on top of the video of me reacting to it. So I got to make sure my timing's pretty good with my plays and my starts. And if I get it right on the front, then usually it fits. It should fit all the way through. But sometimes I forget to hit record on, like last night, I forgot to hit record on something. So I had the reaction, but I didn't have the screen recording of the video. And you can't redo it with just that, because you can't remember when I rewound it back to hear it again. How far did I go? I'm not sitting there and breaking all that down.
It is a painful lesson, and one you will not learn.
I say what I mean, I don't give a damn. I was raised by the wolves, I ain't afraid of no man. Some may call me problematic, fearful of me, I'm traumatic. If you scared, then just say that. Ain't no need to be dramatic. You see, all too often I got treaded on, but even through the mud, it still made the path I'm headed on. I won't apologize if I...
All too often I got treaded on. Even through the mud, it still made the path I'm headed on. Like, that's facts, man.
And I tried to make it, she's got, well, after I found out it was from Yellowstone, and I know Yellowstone has that like old school country vibe, I try to make the screen like an old school recording with still decent enough quality. That's why it's got that black like fade in it.
People would drag you through the mud and hurt you and drive you insane. And as long as you stay focused on your goal, you'll still get there. You know what I mean? And shout out to you, Jessie B, because you did your thing. I'm glad you took some time and took care of yourself, because she's about to bless us. Let's go.
You scared, then just say that. Ain't no need to be dramatic. You see, all too often I got treaded on, but even through the mud, it still made the path I'm headed on. I won't apologize if I offended y'all. Tired of defending y'all like JT and T. I owe Jessie B is dead and gone. I walk with the confidence that I seem to have lost, and now I've got it on my eyes and every T I ain't crossed. See, I was keeping tabs of everything my haters had cost. Hear me loud and clear, bitches. I'm the motherfucking boss. And I don't want to hear nobody say I didn't earn it, cause I built the fucking tables that I finally turning. I had to go through every lesson, now I'm finally learning. Lesson one, you take the past and then you fucking burn it. You say I changed, tell them all I am conceited, but you took it personal. Once you saw that I succeeded, then you felt I was the enemy, your only competition. Running on my tailcoat was your one and only mission. Then I was desperate.
Yo, people don't want to see other people succeed. It's facts. There is a group of people that don't mind seeing other people succeed and actually encourage other people's success, and then the overall population just don't want to see people be successful. And then once they are successful, they want to be like, oh, hey, you, hey. I think that's what she's talking about.
Whoa,
You doubted me, and now you're the first person riding my coattail.
Sounds like dial-up. Oh, I thought my thing was... Yeah, it is like dial-up, man. That's what I'm saying. I wanted to record it so I get this.
Yo, she's speaking facts. And I don't know if this is to a direct person or if this is just to anybody that's ever tried her like that. Shout out to Jessie B, man.
Through after every lesson. Now I'm finally learning. Lesson 1, you take the past and then you fucking burn it. You say I changed, tell them all I am conceited, but you took it personal once you saw that I succeeded. Then you felt I was the enemy, your only competition. Writing on my tailcoat was your one and only mission. Then I was desperate, and I thought all the missing.
Sing, girl.
The truth is I ain't never felt so damn good. I ain't never felt so good. Tell the town all about me. Make everybody doubt me. Everybody doubt. Talk shit if it makes you feel
Yo,
good.
that's crazy you said that, because I had that same vibe. And then I was like, well, it's almost like a Missy Elliott on a slower song too. So it's weird that J-Hop said that. Shout out to J-Hop, because I had that same vibe. I really did. I wouldn't say Salt and Pepper. Yeah, I would though. I would. I take that back.
Then all of a sudden I'ma pull a Beth Dutton. Now I'm on the road to make it something.
Hold on. What is a Beth Dutton? I have no idea who Beth Dutton is. I got to do my homework on Beth Dutton.
Make everybody doubt me. Everybody doubt. Talk shit if it makes you feel good. Then all of a sudden I'ma pull a Beth Dutton. Now I'm on the road to make it something for myself. And when I get there, I'ma lend a hand to someone else. I gotta teach them how I did it. Gotta share all that was hidden like a secret locked away. Cause independence is forbidden. They gon' take your name and make it have a different meaning. Turn the letters into dollar signs, you best believe it. Have you thinking you're achieving, but it's really all deceiving. Cause the money they receiving ain't a gesture, trying to steal it. All you labels.
Appreciate you, Mark. Mark said, for every person that tries to pull themselves up, there will be 10 people on the ladder below trying to pull them down. That's facts. That is facts. Yeah, I know. Now I know it's from Yellowstone. She's a badass like your wife. Hey. No, Jessie B is, man. Jessie B's real. She's as real as they come. Real as they come.
Yo, you are preaching facts. Hold on. Say it louder for the people in the back. Shout out to Jessie B, man. She said right there, she's gonna carry this on and teach somebody else, man. That's what we need. I wish there was more artists that lended that helping hand to the younger artists and didn't want nothing in return. Just gave it away and show. I mean, look, hold on. Let me stop this for a second. I'm gonna run all the way back here to where she talks about Beth Dutton. And before I keep going, I want to say this. I think Jessie B is the example of a person that decided that she was going to step out of her comfort zone and she was going to try something different. She tried to rap, and guess what? She fell in love with it. And that is dope. I wish more people would do that. I wish more people would step out of their comfort zone for all different types of things. Try something different. You never know. You might be really good at something and you'll never know until you try.
That's facts. I never welded a day in my life. 5 years ago, I touched a stick welder at an old farm on a tractor, and I had to weld like this much of the deck back together, and that's it. But I only just had to and I just held the helmet in front of my face until the arc strike, and then I just held it there. And the only reason I know how to do this because the old timer showed me on a piece of metal. And then I went, got a new job, finishing grunt work, small end of the totem pole, and I seen them dudes welding, and I told the one dude, I'm like, one day I'm a weld. One day I'm gonna be a welder. Nah, man, you got to go to school for that, yada, yada, yada. So every day at break time, I practiced MIG welding. I would MIG weld, MIG weld, MIG weld, MIG weld, MIG weld, MIG weld, until I felt confident to say something to my boss. He's seen it. He's like, no, you got to keep doing it. You got to keep welding. You ain't doing it right. Kept welding. Like 6-7 months probably of MIG welding nonstop at break all the time. I mean, every day. No matter how hard I worked for the first half of the day, I still took my break and still kept working. You know, cutting metal down, slapping it together, tacking it up, welding it, cleaning it up before the break ended. So I wasn't doing a whole lot in the pocket of the time I was getting to weld. So I would come home and I would watch Jody on welding tips and tricks, video after video after video after video, what to do, what not to do, how you're doing something, why you're doing it that way. Well, I mean, it literally broke everything down. How to take the welder apart, how to put a new liner in, how to re-spool it. I mean, it showed me step for step And every day I'd go to work based off what I learned that night, and I would try to figure it out. I started getting really good at it. So then next thing you know, they were doing a MIG test at work. And they were like, look, we need all you guys to come do it. But Kurt, if you want to do it, you can do it. We got 2 extra plates that we tacked up that gives you 2 shots. You have 2 shots to do it. The first one, I ran it. You got to weld uphill 3 passes. It's a lot of work. Never done a weld test a day in my life. Welding up, welding up, welding up, welding up. But this is MIG. I'm still MIG welding. At this point, I don't even know what TIG welding is. Welding up, welding up. I do my root, I run my fill, I run my cap. Boom. The first one, dog shit. I mean, it wasn't high enough. I didn't hold the toes long enough. So kick that. The second one, I'm like, all right, this is it. I better do this now because they ain't tested nobody in 6 months. And it's crazy because they haven't ran another test since then, because once you're certified, you can just, your weld time increases your certification. As long as you keep welding for a certain amount of hours during a 6-month process, they just recert. So then I ran the second one. Oh, it was butter. I mean, I laid the root in, cleaned it out, ran the fill, cleaned it out, ran the cap, perfect. Sent it off, passed the X-ray, good to go. Cut it, bent it, everything fine. So I MIG welded for like a year. Staircases, all structural stuff, handrails, stanchions. I mean, we did tons. Well, then the company started making a change. They wanted more aluminum production because it's lighter, it's more expensive. When Corona hit, it actually went back to being the same as steel, but this was prior to Corona. So aluminum to steel were drastically different. So if you wanted a really good product to last for a long time, you would buy the aluminum, but it was super expensive. You wanted something that was just going to keep people from falling over, and it wasn't going to rust over time and look like crap, wasn't going to have a lifetime warranty, you can use steel. So they said, oh, we're going to aluminum. With aluminum, you want it to look good, you got to TIG weld it. Oh, yeah. And because my anxiety, before I took my MIG test, my anxiety is so bad that I couldn't sleep. I was so stressed about what's going to happen. Because if I didn't pass it, you know what I'm saying? If I went there and I screwed up both of the plates, we didn't have any more test material, that would have been it. Because then I wouldn't have got to do another test until I either found another job or went and paid and went and got all these tests and went to school, yada, yada, yada. So then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get the weld anymore. So I passed. All right. So let me back up. I passed the MIG test. Everything's good. Now I'm welding. 6 months. We're doing stairs. I'm building stairs. I'm welding stairs. I'm gaining lots of experience with welding because I'm welding like staircases, like in the hotel, the metal staircases with the concrete in them. We're doing those. We're doing decorative spiral staircases. We're doing all types of different. I'm getting a lot of experience, soaking it in. Well, then the company makes a change. We start doing more aluminum on my side because there was 2 buildings. We have an aluminum side and a steel side. Well, now they're both aluminum. And we do a little bit of steel because we have the equipment to do it still. Well, then they're like, all right, we're TIG welding. I never TIG welded. I never TIG welded a day in my life. So they were making a little expansion. I hired a guy, Jerry. Jerry was pretty good at TIG welding. Jerry was really good at TIG welding. So I watched Jerry for a couple days. You know, I'd pop over there, throw my helmet on, look down at what he was doing. And I'm like, I could do that. And my boss is like, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's way different. You got a pedal. You're pushing in a pedal. You're holding a filler rod, and you're pushing and you're moving your torch. So you're using 3 extremities out of 4. We're like, all right, bet I could do that. He said, take a wire home and try to like learn to pass it through your fingers. Because you got to feed the wire. It depends on the type of weld you're looking for. You can't jab your hand in it, but you can, depending on what you're doing. Or you can feed it with just your fingertip. Like sometimes if I want to cool it down rapidly, I'll throw the rod into it harder, and or if I want more penetration, I'll shove the rod deeper into the pool. But that can create problems. Push too much in, you get inconsistency. But I didn't know any of this. What do you think I did? YouTube all day, every day, any moment I could, Jody Welding Tips and Tricks, every welding video I could find that explained what I was doing wrong and how to correct it. I was listening to it. Some things I completely disagreed with. And I got to the point where I would practice every day again, but it'd be TIG welding. I'd be TIG welding, TIG welding, TIG welding, TIG welding. It looked like dog shit. It looked like bird shit. It looked like everything that it wasn't. It needed to look better, but I knew what I was doing. I just didn't know how to take my thought and apply it to my hands. And that's what it is. It's like I played baseball and I was really good at it, and it's crazy hand-eye coordination. You have to, and now I wear glasses. I didn't wear glasses prior to being a welder. I don't think it was my vision was never really right, but now that I have to depend on my eyes to know where to put my hands, you kind of just start realizing you need glasses. Yeah, I'm sure. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I learned I could cut with the torch. I could probably weld with the torch now because I understand the process. I understand heating your base metal, dabbing, moving, heating. I mean, that. I think they would call that heliarc. I think that's what that's called. So anyway, so then I got pretty. What's up, Jabs? I got pretty good at understanding heat control because a lot of it is in the pedal. If you because my I could turn my machine all the way up and I just dance the pedal all day. If I need more heat, I knew how to come in and out of the pedal because I'd watched the different mistakes other people have made through YouTube. It's a great teacher, probably better than a lot of teachers could teach it because you can see different opinions and you can see different breakdowns if there's content for it. So I kept doing that. I kept doing that. I mean, it only took me like 2 months, and we got into a jam at work. And I had my helmet there. And my boss was like, "Yo, we need somebody else to help." I'm like, "Yo, I could do that." Now, welding round pipe is very different than welding a piece of square tube, and you have to get comfortable. But there's only so many positions you can get to get your hand to keep the heat off. So I had to learn all that. Burn the shit out of my fingers. I cut my fingertips off on my gloves to make it easier to feed the wire. Like I was trying to do everything I could to get better. I never gave up. I never doubted myself. Even if I did doubt myself, I never let anybody know it. And then maybe my wife. But then I don't know, dude. Same thing with MIG welding. I got put into a jam. I had to do it. They needed somebody. If I didn't figure it out, they were going to hire somebody else, and that just eliminated my chances of becoming a TIG welder now because I already became a MIG welder, and most people call them MIG monkeys. So I was like, all right, let's see how hard this TIG welding shit is. Now I'll weld anything. Give it to me, I'll weld it. I'll figure it out. I'll know what gas to use, trigas, helium, argon. I'll know what to use. But that all comes with experience. That all comes with dedication. That all comes with determination. That all comes with like you don't just do that shit because so and so told you. I could hand anybody a helmet, and if they don't want to do it, they ain't gonna be able to do it. But you don't know until you try. That's the point of this. That is the point of me saying what I'm saying. I know I stopped the reaction and I went off on a tangent. The reason I did is because Jessie B was not a rapper all the time. She was not always a rapper. She was just a normal country girl doing her thing on the farm. You know what I mean? Living her damn life. And she said, that seems pretty dope. I could get out my emotions through rap. Let me try. And this is what we get. You know what I mean? Like she didn't, this is her. This is her shit. She's like, in my opinion, based on what she's put out, if she keeps going and she increases the amount of music that she puts out, she is going to be like the Trina or the Missy Elliott or of, you know, when you speak of female rappers, you think of Nicki Minaj, you think of, well, when you speak of female country rappers, you're going to think of Jessie B, Stormy Lee, Savannah Dexter, Sarah Ross. Like she's going to be with that group of people. Stage, right? But being here for all of us is incredibly awesome thing. Yo, I feel like YouTube is an extension of support, but it could also be like one of the biggest downfalls of a person. I've said this before, I'll say it again. People aren't built for fame. People aren't built for attention. Like some people are and some people aren't. Some people can only handle so many eyes on them. Some people want a lot of eyes on them. But in all reality, when it's happening, they can't deal with it. They can't deal with criticism. They can't deal with different opinions. They can't deal with shit talking. They can't deal with sometimes reality. You know, you might say something and to you it seems completely innocent, but somebody else is going to take it as, what did they just say? You know what I mean? Turtle Gang just waited for Dolly on Court TV stream, but they ended it. Huh. That's crazy. Anyway, YouTube could destroy somebody, man. And it does on the daily. I see today I did call somebody out. I called out somebody on, I don't even remember whose podcast it was, but I hit the StreamYard. This is how aggravated I was. I was listening to a true crime thing, trying to base what these people were saying off of what another group of people were saying. I was listening to both sides before I formed an opinion on it. Well, a certain individual that I kicked out of one of my panels just recently was in there. And she hit the StreamYard link and she jumped on the panel and she made an ass of herself. She talked about how she was doing what she said was she was doing exactly what I was doing, hearing both sides of the story so she could base her opinion. But she was riding with one side already. She was already over there, hoorah, yoo-hoo, siding with one side. When you come over to hear the other side, shut up, listen. Don't involve yourself with it yet. You won't know if you're riding with it. Don't insert yourself into something until you know that this is what you're going to support, because the other side is going to say, fuck you. This side is going to say, fuck you. And you're going to be sitting here by yourself. Right. So this person kept going on and on. Then they started promoting their channel and another individual's channel. Like instead of saying, yo, in the recent video that I put out, it was, oh, in my recent video, name the title, name the timestamp, name where to find it, name what date you posted, name what time like it was like, come on, man, really? You ain't coming in here to find nothing out. You're coming in here to hunt for subscribers. So in chat, if you know who it is, say it. I ain't saying it because I ain't giving it the time of the day. But if somebody knows, I ain't stopping anybody from saying it. So me welding and I'm listening and it's pissing me off. I get done with the weld. I lift my helmet up. I look, nobody's in the bathroom. I grab my phone. I unplug my phone. I walk right in the bathroom. StreamYard link. Boop, enter studio. Yo, this chick is up here only promoting her channel, trying to stir the pot to get some drama, to go back over there, to tell them to come back over here to get more. I'm like, it's sad. It's sad. And normally I wouldn't do that. But the only reason I did that is because I watched this person do it on the regular. Like I've seen them in channels I didn't even know that they knew existed. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't going around trying to make up their mind. They're going around trying to get information from other people to go try to persuade other people's minds to promote their channel. And that's that. Look, you're going to have to accept that to happen. And I do. I see it. I've done it. I went on other chats and I've said, hey, what's good? It's Captain Kirk. Go check this out. And was I wrong? Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. My bad. I did it to somebody close to me that I shouldn't have done, and it pissed them off, and I feel horrible for it. But I make mistakes. Well, this person does it everywhere. This person is just it just everywhere, where they eat, where they don't eat, where they sleep, where they go. I mean, bad. No, it ain't even to be accepted a part of Creek Squad. It ain't even a part of Creek Squad. And it ain't him either. It ain't even him. That's why I ain't gonna say it, because I feel like y'all herd off and go. No, not now. I don't care if y'all went and figured it out, but please say I'm confused. All right, I'm gonna ask y'all. I think I should say it, but I didn't say it based off of. hmm. I didn't say it because I felt like I already put the person on blast with enough people in the live. I'm trolling because it's true for more than one people. Live in lake time. That's what's up. I got half the Oh, okay, okay. You can jump on it, dog. It's only you got till November 15th. Jump on it. And you ain't gotta do a serious you ain't gotta do like a hardcore visual. Do what you need to do. Do a studio visual. Do it with your phone. You know what I mean? I just want visuals to be there just to show independent artists that you can put a visual up. You can have dope bars and put a visual up, and it's gonna look better and it's gonna be more appealing than just a picture. No, not Babel. React reaction to some comments. What? Y'all are having a conversation with yourself, I think. Anyway, I guess I'll say it. I'll start the conversation. I'll start over about how this happened. Okay. So I go in, I don't know the live I went even into. It was some random lady in like 300, 400 people talking about this is the people that do the skits. They were talking about Dolly and Betty. They were saying how what they were doing was wrong and what they were doing. And I was hearing it out. You know what I mean? I'm listening to the side of them and I was also listening to the side of Dolly and all them. And to be honest with you, my opinion don't even matter. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and those people are gonna be pissed off about it. So I was just listening. I want to hear both sides before I make an opinion for me, for myself, not for anybody else. And it ain't gonna matter what I think, just for me. So I could say, okay, I like what they're doing for me, not for anyone else. I go over there, I'm listening, I'm hearing them out. Okay, I don't agree with some of it. I agree with a little bit of it. Trying to understand the situation. Okay. There we go. Fueled by Coffee and True Crime, the one that I had to kick out of the stream, I think it was with Megan, that had to fight. And look, I know not everybody on that panel was innocent, but that lady was talking over me. She was arguing with people. She was telling people what to do. I was like, look, can you just chill out? You know, let me do my thing. This is my stream. Chill out. She wasn't listening, so she gone. You can't be mad at that. But I peeped game on what she was doing. She was promoting her channel. She was promoting her videos. I was watching her. I was allowing her to do it. For the most part, I shout people out on my channel. Just ask. Say, hey, you mind if I promote my... I don't care. Drop the link. But you don't even have the decency to ask. So I was like, you know what? I've asked her to stop. She's still going. I ain't going to piss my own self off. I know how to get rid of this. She gone. Remove. Bye-bye. And then I left her backstage, and then I actually brought her back up and said, hey, your timeout's over. You think you could keep it a little kosher in here and try not to stir up the pot? No, yeah. She went right back into it. And that's when I booed her. Okay. So here I am listening to somebody else's point of view on a situation. And here she comes. Hi. She gets in there. Sounds like Charlie Brown. I don't know what to do. I'm torn in between this situation. And the people on the panel already knew that she had been over there talking about she just needs some gas money and she'll come out to Georgia and do a peaceful protest. But she don't see why there's a she couldn't answer the question on why they were protesting. What are you protesting? She couldn't answer that. But she kept saying she was undecided and that she was coming over here. She was so emotionally distraught of what's going on, trying to fake cry. Same thing she did on mine. And it's like, are you serious? Are you really up here talking shit and then you're going to leave and go back over there to talk shit about them, to go over somewhere else and talk shit about all of them. No, I can't. I'm not letting that shit go, man. I couldn't. I most of the time I keep my mouth shut. That idiot over there, Skeletor, talks shit about me over and over, and I listened to it. I listened to him go and go and go, and I jumped in there once or twice. But lately, I ain't giving that dude the time of the day. I listen, but I ain't giving him the time of the day. So I listened, and I listened to her try to sway those people to believe that she was literally just over there to understand what was going on. And then she did her famous promote her channel in the video. I got my video, it's named, and starts dropping the name of the video, where to find it. And I'm like, nah, she ain't about to do this too. It over here, these people didn't even know who she was. They didn't even know who she was. I think it is. I don't know, but that's who. Okay, so then I got up there and I said, "You're full of shit. You're over here stirring the pot, trying to get information to start a bunch of drama. I know what you're doing, and you're gonna promote your channel and you're trying to get subscribers. Like it is what it is. If that's what you're doing, call it that. Say, yeah, you're absolutely correct. Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. It ain't May. It ain't Babel. It ain't Babel. I don't want to say that freaking idiot's name. Not Babel. But I will say I didn't stand for that. And that's part of the reason that, I mean, I know you're going to get that in true crime, but look, I frequent a lot of different chats, true crime chats. I go into them, pop in, read, watch, listen, and then I get out. But I do see a lot of people that support one group and are all for them and hanging out and kicking it and loving their content and sending super chats over on the other channel talking shit about the same people that they ride with. So it's like, damn, y'all are cutthroat as a motherfucker. My face is freezed. Oh yeah, my bad.
And I feel like Jesse B.
You can watch the rest of it on my page because I probably got to get out of here soon. I was thinking there was some other things I wanted to talk about. I was going to open the panel up, but not tonight. I don't think. I keep more of a. I try to be really careful on how I say things because I ain't trying to offend nobody, but I sometimes the route we would go, it's like, are you guys even listening to the stream? You know what I mean? Are you even listening to anything we spoke on? And people were saying that I was rude for doing that. But yo, if I'm talking about that I'm focusing on this group in this area and we get onto a panel and we're now walking down the sidewalk in a different neighborhood, it's kind of hard to stay focused on what you're trying to do when somebody else is walking you through neighborhoods you've never been in. And I might open people up and allow people to come in every now and then, but I think I'm going to keep it down. I think I'm going to leave a lot of the people backstage. Yeah, Mark, that's facts. That's facts. Well, see, the scary thing is, man, is people can twist the way you word things so badly that they can make you look guilty too. And video, much as people say video don't lie, videos lie. Videos are an easy way to lie. Tiffany, what's good? Seems you're just being real to your own opinion. Yeah, I appreciate all the love. No, this is my thing. Just because it's my opinion doesn't mean that it holds truth. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. If I think that the fucking sky's pink, and you think it's orange, that's okay. In some situations, I'll say that. Sometimes people want to do things a certain way, and you can't always change the way of doing something. But that's my opinion. Do you have to agree with me? No. Uh, should I be more understanding of another person's opinion? Yes. I'm working on that. You know what I mean? And how I do that is allow other people to come up here with shit that I could just be like, nope, you're stupid, bonk, and throw you out. But I don't want to do that to people. I've been that person. I've been a very judgmental person, and I've been a dick. I still can be. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to dismiss somebody based on their opinion of a situation, because I've been in their shoes, to where my opinion is different from what other people believe, and people didn't want to listen to what I had to say because they didn't like my opinion. And that sucks. So when you got a platform now and you can voice your opinion, why not let other people come up and do the same thing? And I can't, if you want to come up here and sound like a jackass, by all means. I ain't saying it. You're the one talking about it. Let it run, dog. Let it run. And that's why I say some people ain't cut out to have that platform, to have that following, because they'll lose their you have to stick to your vision. You have to stay on site to what you want to do. Once you drift over here, it's hard to get back into that vision. It's hard to find that lane again. And I'll tell you, I was running reactions. I expanded, tried to do a little bit of country rap news. I pulled out a little bit more and try to do true crime. And now I've jumped into like doing mixtapes. I put a lot on my plate, but I still know my vision. I stayed within my understanding of what I wanted to do, not anybody else, what Captain motherfucking Kurt wanted to do. I didn't allow anybody to defer me. And that's why true crime was hard, when there's a lot of involved people and a lot of eyes on you and a lot of people constantly. That's why these content creators don't want to give their email out. That's why they don't read the chats. That's why they don't. A country rap, I could engage in the chat a little bit more. Like now, I'm not engaging tons because I'm trying to focus on what I'm saying. But my point is when you're engaging with your fans and you're reading what they have to say, it's good, but it's also taking time away from what you're trying to push as your opinion. And you're changing your opinion based off of what other people are saying. That's people will do that. I don't care how real you are. If you start reading your comments and you're talking, sometimes it will change what you're saying. It might not change how you say it, but it's going to direct you into a different area of speaking. You'd see it. People read a comment. I've done it in this live. You read a comment, you defer over to what they're talking about. You can't focus. I watched something about the brain last night. I started to, and they said something really important to me. Is you can't focus on 3 different things at one time. You might think you can. And some people are good at multitasking, but you're not able to do that. Your eyes and your brain are not able to focus fully on the task you're doing while you're trying to do other things. It's not possible. That's why I do videos and not lives, because of the drama. Yeah, I agree, True Crime Diva, but I disagree in the same sense. You can keep the drama away. You choose the drama that you want to choose. I'm sure that I could find 10 different things to go stick my nose in right now. I mean, I know 2 for a fact I could. And I kind of did today. But I wasn't disrespectful. And I got in, I said what I had to say, and I got out. And I stand by what I had to say. I ain't changing it, and I'll talk about it today, but I'll probably never talk about it again unless somebody asks me about it. I don't care. And for the most part, I feel like drama is what gets you the views. I feel like drama is what gets the attention to your channel. I feel like people like chaos. People, okay, if you're sitting at home right now and you're sitting in peace and quiet, what's exciting? Sitting and watching somebody that's being peaceful and quiet? No. What's exciting is seeing carnage, seeing somebody get punched in the face on the side of the road because they won't get out of somebody's yard, somebody throwing french fries on another person. Like, that is what it's entertainment. You can't hate on somebody. If somebody's getting the views and somebody's doing their thing and that's their life, let them live their life. Just don't go watch it. That's all you can do. You're not going to change nobody's opinion on it. People want to watch that shit. People enjoy watching that. That's the type of person that every night when those people have to go to bed, they have to close their eyes. The only person they're facing is themselves and whatever they believe in, whatever higher power they believe in. That's who they're facing. That's it. There ain't nothing. They got to go to bed. They got to put their clothes on. We're all human and we all deal with our own shit differently. Some people the same, probably not. I agree. Father, son, power stroke, and up church, do one more panel. I agree. But like I said, we all do our own thing, man. It's hard to get in sync like that. I work, power stroke works, father, son, react works, Brian works. It's hard to pull all that in and be able to do it and everybody honestly be able to put, they're all into it and not be having to go do something later on, leaving early. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard. Murder Mountain. What's going on there? Did you ever see that documentary on Netflix? Is that what you're talking about? Payday, what's up, dog? Payday, did you do your homework, homie? I'll drop the link for Payday for a second, but I don't want to stay on very much longer. I know I got to tell my daughter, babe, if you're still watching this, will you come tell me if it's time to give her a kiss? Because I'll go give her a kiss. Little Payday, loving your content. Yeah, Braylon's getting Payday. If I come get you, if I drop the link for you, do you want to hold the live down for me for a couple minutes? I did watch it on Netflix. What I can do, actually, what I'll do is this. I'll drop the link for Payday. I'll let Payday hold the lie down for a couple minutes. I'll go tell my daughter good night. She's getting ready to brush her teeth right now. Let her brush her teeth. Then I'll open the panel back up and I'll talk about anything other than true crime. Somebody wants to come up here and talk to me about anything we talked about, and I don't want to go down that wormhole right now. Yo, Humboldt County is crazy. Like, I'm a medical marijuana supporter. I'm a recreational marijuana supporter. I'm a marijuana supporter. And I'll say this, that brings chaos. That brings drama. It does. I mean, the people that they hire up to do this, to trim and move the product, they ain't the greatest people. Yeah, she's a Doublemint Twins. She's the MVP, man. And Payday's a good supporter too, man. Payday's like a son, I guess you could say. People were trying to talk bad about that. Love to come up. We cannot talk about YouTube creators, Jessica. I don't want to talk about nobody. Everybody else does a good job talking about everybody else. I don't need to. I'll talk about some interesting shit and not. I mean, I did my own time talking about so and so and whatever, but this is my channel. I just had to get that out. That one dude that you're probably going to talk about, I don't care what he does. That dude can do whatever he wants. Yeah, I dropped the link, Pay. The link's out there. Mark, I'll let you come up, but not yet. I got to drop Peyton in here, and then, boy, everybody's jumping in. Y'all are going to have to sit back there for a minute, though. I'll tell you that now. Because I got to get Payday in here, and then I got to get What's
Yep.
up? You got the Richard on, huh?
bro. Yeah, man. I was prepared this time.
That's what's
Um,
up. You're gonna have to
daggum,
hold
I'm
it
hot.
for a minute.
What, bro?
You're gonna have to hold the live down for a minute though.
What does that mean? Just talk to him?
Yeah, well, just I know you can't see the chat, but I'll give you a topic or something because I'm gonna have to go tuck Braylon and give her a kiss, turn her TV on, and that takes a couple minutes. I don't want just dead silence.
Yeah, that's awkward silence, man.
Yeah, you just be a commercial, bro. You can promote your
commercial?
channel. Yeah, you can promote your channel. You can talk about what you just dropped. You could ask people. I'll read the chat or something, but you could ask them, "What's a video?"
Dude, you know what's crazy is I just woke up, bro. I legit just got up.
Man, what you? Oh, I guess you don't have to go to school tomorrow because you're at home for school. I mean,
Yeah. But yeah,
hey, you want to go ahead?
Huh?
Yeah, I ain't got to do it yet. Braylon's still. I don't know. Kasha said she had to do something. She just told me not yet. Oh.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to talk about, man. My brain's still freaking. It's always
I know. I
doing
already
that.
said that. I already told everybody in here that nobody can talk about true crime if they're coming up on panel. I already said it. That was one of the first. You can reference it, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't care about it right now. It's not something I want to deal with. We'll allow everybody's brain to get out of that conundrum for a little bit. All right.
Yeah, man. We need to talk about something funny, man, or something besides true crime, man.
He said, "Oh, he gone." Hey, Peyton, when you come back,
About
there you
man.
go. Flip your. There you go. You know,
Am I good?
yeah. I don't know if it'll do it now because you're already in the stream. But if I if I turn my phone like this, and I open up the StreamYard, it'll turn your camera that direction.
I'm gonna try it. Nope.
You got to go out and then come back in. You don't have to, but next time you do it, try it. Try to open it up with it in a different direction.
That gum, I hopped on here late. It's already an hour and 47 minutes.
Oh yeah, I know. Halloween. What is a Halloween? What is that? I don't know what that means. Shy Wolf. Are you gonna have any Halloween Athons?
What is an Athan?
I don't know.
I mean, if she's talking about like Halloween stuff or something, I got a mask. Hey man, I'm gonna be the hobo.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man, but I'll say this. I thought about doing something for Halloween, but you got to be careful, bro. Like, I guess you don't have to be careful. Hold on. Go ahead, Payday. It's all up to you, bud.
All right. Oh, freak. I guess I'll just.
Halloween. There you go.
Yeah, Halloween. As a matter of fact, y'all, hold up. I'll be right back. Shoot. There you go. Yeah, that's what I got for Halloween. Now let me read some comments. What's good, Creeker Mariah? What's good, Dick Johnson? Southern Logic was good. Dadgum, I'm already out of breath and I only ran that little. You better slow down, boy. Don't make me put that damn mask on. I'll find where you live, man. Yeah, let me read some more. Yeah. I guess you wanted to come in the studio. Shoot, man, I'm too tired for this crap. I probably got like a few hundred people watching. I feel the same way. People, I know, man. It's like there's no need for you to be going. Freaking. Hey, Braylon.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night, Braylon. Good night, Braylon.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
She's something else, man. I remember when Kurt and Cassidy and Braylon came over. Braylon was running from one end of the house all the way to the other, non-freaking stop, just going back and forth. She almost ran faster than me. Payday, give us some Halloween bars. Hey, man, tonight, hey, I might drop a Halloween song tonight. Who knows? Hey, that might be what I do. Shoot. Oh, hey there, buddy. Look at this big old spider. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but it is right there. Oh, Daddy Longleg. Get out of here. That thing freaking huge. Black spiders. Come on, Kurt. I'm running out of freaking ammunition. I can't talk no more. I don't know what to talk about. Now, I'm trying. Dadgummit, he's got the door blocking my sticker, man. He's got my sticker up on that wall. And I'm mad I can't see it. Shout out Trick or Treat Studios for this. Yeah, shoot. Let me read some more comments. Talk about Michael Myers. All right, listen. I hate Halloween ends, right? It's stupid. It's not. Why are you going to make a Michael Myers movie and then have someone else that's nothing to do with Michael try to be my? I don't know, man. It's just a stupid movie. I don't like it. I have to straight up say, my favorite has to be the Rob Zombie ones, bro. You back?
Oh, I just had to run, bro. I was running.
Yeah. That's what happens. You got to run sometimes.
I get a stupid pain in my side.
Hey, I see my sticker back there.
Oh, yeah. They're back there. I got yours is back there. Hold on. Yeah, yours back there. I got yours, Riding Dirty Radio, Mr. Colley Park, Hater Gang, Upchurch, Coca, Deerdorf, Chad Arms TV, Kenny Reacts, Trailer Made. I got a bunch up there.
Man, you got everybody up there. Man, I got a few stickers. I got your sticker. I got my sticker, Deerdorf's, and Kenny's.
I got more right here. I got to send some more out. I just been so busy, dog. I got a bunch left, but I had a bunch of these from the concert that I brought. And I still got a bunch of those left, but I've just been busy, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm not even in stream and threatening CPS on me. Look, Jessica, hold on. Peyton, I got to address this because this is driving me crazy.
All right.
Jessica, I see you all over the true crime community talking about this. Talking about, we know I had you up here. You told everybody I side with you. I agreed with you. You're right. But at this point, you're gonna have to do some homework on how to get an attorney, I guess. You know what I'm saying? We're a bunch of YouTubers ain't about to do nothing for you. But anyway, go ahead. I seen somebody else was in here. I'm gonna put this back up for people. Let me Peyton.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in here moderating with me.
What is that? Am I gonna be up here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to think of I don't know, man. That 16 bar challenge is pretty dope, though. I'm glad that you were the first to enter. I'll tell you that.
What's the crap? How crazy is that? All right, listen. I bet you wasn't expecting me to be the first one to enter, was you?
Yeah.
You was expecting me, a goofy son of a gun.
Early on, yeah.
Shoot, man. I'll be a son of a gun.
I figured you would be pretty quick to do it.
Yeah, man. Dude, I'm surprised I could even do it, man. It sounded too stressful for me to do, but somehow I did it, and it's doing all right. It's at like 700 views.
Yeah,
That ain't all right. That's good. That's freaking great. Shoot.
yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it's at. Hold on. Yeah, we're bringing the homie up too. What's good, man?
What's up, buddy?
Not much. Busy, bro. Busy. I seen you called me today. My bad. I was on the way home, so
No,
I just
you're
been
good.
going.
You're good. What's
What
up,
you been
man?
up? Not much, man. Just talking about how I was kind of stepping away from the true crime for a little bit until I could figure out what route I want to ride with it because it's just chaos. I mean, I ain't stepping away from it, but I'm just backing away and observing a little bit more right now than I was before. Other than that, man, it's just crazy. Like I don't know how long you've been in the YouTube community or how long you've been doing this, but it's not what everybody thinks it is. That makes sense. Like once you get really going and you start gaining a little bit of traction and you get uh, haters and
Yeah.
fans, it's insane, dude.
Well, I haven't been in the community long as far as like reviews and stuff or reactions. You know, I'm more into it now for the reviews and reactions. But back in the day, I used to be into it for the music, and I made music for like almost 20 years. That's how I knew Target.
Right.
And you know, I used to do my thing and travel the country and tour, and I got songs, man, that used to crack really good on YouTube. And then, I have 5 kids now, man, so it's kind of hard to be a hip hop artist and have 5 kids, bro.
Yeah, no, I hear
So
you, bro.
I took time away from that, man, and then I jumped out of the box, man, one day and decided to do a country cover and sing a song, and never tried to sing before, and I did it. And it paid off, man. And now I got church and mama church, reaching out to me, man, and showing me super love, dude. And the whole Creek Squad movement's been awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a family dog. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Ryan's
it's been
a
crazy.
good dude, man.
Yeah, man. I was telling you, I think it'd be cool, man, if we did a like a video with me and you reacted to County Line. I think it'd be pretty badass.
Yeah, that would be dope. I'll have to get some time. I dropped the reaction to the Jesse B song the other day, just kind of because I told her I would check it out when it came out. It's been a while, but for the most part, man, my wife's about to have surgery. Probably if I'm gonna get it in, I'd have to do it this weekend. We could try to get a time this weekend with the stick show that just went past, and I had some other prior. Oh, he gone. If you don't know who that is, if you guys seen the County Line remix that was on YouTube, that I think Ryan shared it and Mama Church shared it. I don't know if they shared the remix or they shared his video talking about the remix. Here, I'll let him tell you that. Did they share the remix or did they share the
Well,
video?
they shared my version of County Line. And Mama Church was telling everybody, she was like, go check out his version of County Line.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, and it was cool, man, to have Church comment on the videos, man, talking about, I love your skin. I appreciate you rocking with me. You know what I mean? And thank you for having my back. And now we're, I've been talking back and forth and trying to plan a trip up to Tennessee, man, and see if we can make something cool happen, bro. And, not even just musical, bro, just kick it with him, bro, and have some drinks, bro, and just shoot some shit and just talk,
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. You'll have a good time. You'll have
Yeah,
a good time.
it'd be cool, man, because, a lot of people idolize Church, you know what I mean? And it's weird being older than Church, but looking up to Church, you know what I mean? Because what he's done.
I'm the same way, man. Same way. I'm 35, so.
I'm 36 now, bro, so I feel you, man. We're getting old, bro.
Yeah, facts. Trust me, dog. He definitely changes the lives of a lot of people across the board, and that's
Bro, another thing too, man, is like, think about it, bro. I'm a little fish. You know what I'm saying? And for him to like pick out my videos, share my videos, shout me out, when he's live, you know, talk about me. His mom share my videos, tell everybody to go check me out. You know, some people wait for an opportunity for that, bro, for years, forever. Some people never
Yeah.
get that type of opportunity, you know, and so we're starting to capitalize on that, man. I've been writing more music, and I'm probably going to put out a little EP, man, and probably just drop like 4 or 5 songs on it, bro, just to put it out, and it's going to be straight country, and then I'm going to do another EP with rock because I do rock now too, so.
That's what's up.
And it's hard to focus on all that and then focus on being a politician too.
Yeah, that's crazy, though. Right
Yeah,
out in my hometown, man. I'm not far from you. I'm in Hernando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's different out here, man. That's why I'm telling people like this town is a good town based off of where like what's
Yeah.
around it. But man, you go down south a little bit, it's a whole new world, man. It's no longer like these YouTube bullies really don't have nothing on just the crackheads of Clearwater. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to fend for yourself out here, and this is real life, and this is social media, and it's crazy, dude. Sad. But yeah, I hope, dude. I hope you kill it in this music because
No,
you're
that's the
right,
thing.
dog.
People don't realize, man. It's tough for everybody right now.
Well, yeah, no, nobody gets it. Well, I think people get it, but they don't want to accept it. They think not him. He's fine. Everybody goes through their own struggles, bro. Like, you know, celebrities, the more you make, the more you spend, the more troubles you have, man. You got 13 cars, you got 13 insurance payments. You know what I mean? People don't look at it like that. They look at it, oh, he's making tons of money. He should have all the fine things and live a fabulous life and not stress about nothing. No, that's not always the case. Like the whole time that,
Yeah.
you know, like
I mean,
I'll give you a good
bro,
example. When I
you know
went,
what though, man? Out of all this that I've experienced and with politics, with music, the biggest thing right now, bro, is loyalty, bro. And people seem to lose that. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude,
So it's like,
people don't like
I don't know, man.
people
With
that
me,
are,
it's crazy, dude. Like I never thought in a million years I would get into politics, bro. Like what the hell? I'm a regular person, man. And I just woke up one day and I said, instead of bitching about problems, fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fix it.
I agree.
You
But
know?
people don't like seeing other people
So
be
you stay
successful.
in Brooksville too, or Spring Hill?
Spring Hill. I think your headset's. I don't think you can. You hear me?
People don't like what?
Oh, you can hear me now. I think you're on a delay because you asked me where I lived. I said,
Hold on, I'm
Spring
gonna
Hill.
leave and jump back in.
Yeah. Payday, you're on mute, dog. There you
My
go.
back.
Yeah.
Man,
That's,
I'm gonna run for mayor of Rock Creek, man.
Why
Stuff
not,
has
dude?
to change around here.
That dude's I don't remember exactly what he is. He could tell you, but he does some sort of like not a mayor. I don't think he's a mayor. I think he's a county commissioner.
Daggum.
Yeah, there you go. Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a county commissioner. I heard you talking about. Yeah, it's county commissioner.
Yeah. I'm in Spring Hill. Yeah, that's where I was at.
Oh,
I'm
there
in
you go.
Spring Hill.
Yeah.
How far?
Yeah. So I am right now up for the election for District 4 to take over District 4. So
That's what's up, man. Yeah,
yeah,
people
dude.
don't like to see people be successful. That's what I was saying. Like, I had a situation where I went to Tennessee and I got to hang around some people and meet some people, and immediately people automatically think you know everything about this person and you're going to share it with them. You're going to tell them everything you know, and it's like, yo, it doesn't work like that, man. Like,
No, not at all, dude. And that's the thing too. People don't realize, like, when I came up with music, you know, I knew all the artists that are hot today, bro. Think about it. I don't know if you know Chad Arms TV.
Yeah.
So he had an artist that he used to work with named Worm.
Right.
And when
Rest
I
in
used to
peace,
live
Worm.
in rest in peace, Worm. When I used to live in Mississippi, bro, I used to love Worm.
Right.
Used to love Worm. And you know, like I said, I grew up with Hard Target. I grew up with Burden. You know, I grew up with you know, Chief. I grew up with Mason Kane. You know, all these cats, bro, that did good with music. You know, Two Pistols. He's from Florida. I knew him. Strizzo. He was my manager for like 6 years. He's now Savannah Dexter's DJ. I just hung out with Savannah Dexter and Bravo Gator a couple weeks ago.
Pretty dope.
I had the pleasure to meet Jelly Roll a couple years ago. Haystack, Big Schmo, like I've been out in the scene, man, and like I said, I traveled the country, dude, for years, man, and I would sleep couch to couch, house to house, eat ramen noodles, man. I remember when we got off tour one time, bro, I weighed like $130.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my normal walk around weight's like 185, dude. It's we used to tour for free just to get the exposure, man. We would drive 9 states away to perform in front of 30 people,
Mm-hmm.
and the shows started getting bigger and the venues started getting bigger, and then we started making money. And then I found out I was going to be a dad again to my third child. And I was like, it's so hard to be a good dad and balance home life and then balance tour life, the studio, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I took some time off, man. And I was over at Hard Target's house one night. We were just shooting the shit. We were having a couple drinks, and he had this song, and he was recording a song. And I went over there with my buddy. His name's Providence. And Target's like, I'm gonna step outside and smoke a cigarette real quick. So Target goes outside to smoke a cigarette. Me and Providence don't smoke. I smoke vape now, but so I'm inside the house, and Providence goes, bro, hit play or record. I'm like, don't touch Target shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, bro, fuck this. I figured out a good hook. So I hit record, and he went in there and sang this song. Target comes back in. He goes, "Who the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "That was him, bro."
Yeah.
And he was like, "That shit sounds fire. I'm keeping it." And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, Aaron, get in there and drop a verse." I'm like, I didn't write nothing, so I went in there and just freestyled a verse, and we ended up rocking it. It's called "Drinking About You," and we're gonna be releasing it here soon, man. It came out fucking amazing, dude. And it was just off a whim, But
Pretty dope.
yeah, but now, man, just to give people an idea, dude, we're doing this YouTube channel, bro. It's called Mr. Reactions and Reviews because we're going to react to videos. We're going to review products. We're going to review people's personal stances on where they stand politically or where they stand, just as individuals,
Yep.
musically. And then, my own music's going to get dropped on the website or on the channel. And then, we're going to do interviews. I already got Target lined up for an interview. My boy Burden lined up for an interview. My boy Conservative Ant, he's part of the LGBTQ community, and he's a conservative, super, super Ron DeSantis, Trump conservative. So we're going to get him on there and talk about what it's like to be a part of that community and be a conservative. So we got some cool things lined up, man. And then hopefully I can seal this thing with church and make something happen, because I think that would be like, Burden and Hard Target, they're huge, but I mean, church is like the godfather when it comes to like this genre, So
Yeah.
if I can make something happen with that, I think that's
Yeah.
sky's the
Kill it,
limit at
dog.
that point.
Hey, you gotta have a vision. Stick to that vision, man. That's what's up.
No, for sure, dude. Yeah, and then I don't know if you know Omar Gosh TV.
Mm-mm.
He's if you look him up on YouTube, he's got like 6.9 million subscribers.
Oh wow.
And he's one of my really, really good friends. Like, we just went to Fijiama's the other day. He's actually going to help me with this YouTube thing, man, and with equipment and the proper stuff I need to do good with YouTube.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
But yeah, and also
when is the election in Hernando County?
November 8th.
November 8th. Yeah, because I got voter precinct 420 down the road from me, and I ain't never
420.
Yeah, that's the precinct number, but I don't even know if that's my voting precinct, even though it's right down the street from my house. I gotta find that out.
It most likely is. If they sent something to you, that's it then.
Yeah. Huh.
But no, another thing too, I was going to tell you, man, too. So on the channel, we're also going to talk about like how to conquer sales and become a good salesman. Because I was the first general manager in the biggest furniture company in a furniture company's history to ever make it to a general manager with tattoos on my hands, neck, and face. And I was a district manager for a cell phone company for almost 15 years. And then I'm also going to talk about politics, what you need to expect if you ever try and get into politics, the things they'll bring up, how you got to sit in front of the state and, basically be judged by a panel of judges if you can even qualify to be a politician, or let alone make it into an election. So it's going to be cool, man. There's some cool things that are going to happen on the channel. It's going to be kind of like educational. And then, hip vibe, cool, and then music. So it's going to be like a good mixture. Things
Yeah,
that
that's
people don't
what's
really
up.
do, you know.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And you know, I can't wait to kick it with you, man. Maybe you can come by here with the wife and the kids, bro, and we can have some drinks and shoot some shit.
Yeah, no, I don't drink, but we'll definitely have to get together.
Well, so I'll drink, you just chill.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, but I look forward to it though, man. And I'm not gonna keep your live, bro. I just wanted to say I appreciate you, bro, for reaching out to me the other day, and I can't wait to do the reaction video or have you do the reaction video to County Line, bro. I think it'd be pretty badass.
Yeah, I agree, man. We'll have to. I'll reach out to you, and maybe I don't think I got anything going on Saturday, so we'll try to see what's happening Saturday.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Let's do it. It's your schedule, man. It's your channel, bro. But you know,
Yeah.
have you had a chance to hear the song yet, or no? You waiting to do the
I
reaction?
wanted to wait, but I did hear a little snippet of the front side of it. I didn't know that video that Ryan and them shared was it. So I thought it
Yeah.
was just you talking, and then it started playing. I was like, oh snap!
No,
So
that's
then,
it. Yeah, then it's not that bad, man. So it'd be cool to have you do a real reaction to it, bro. That'd be badass.
all right, man. I appreciate you, man, and I'll hit you up.
Yeah, man. You guys be good, and all your viewers, man. I appreciate you guys for letting me take up some time here, man. Y'all be safe. God bless. Everybody subscribe to Captain Kurt, man. Y'all be good.
Yeah, I appreciate you, homie. Thank you. Have a good night.
Peace. You too.
Hey, Dave. That's a county official, baby. Literally, you know how they got 12 point for mayor? We got the county commissioner in here. Mr. Reaction, Mr. Reviews, county commissioner. You're muted, dog.
Dadgummit. Am I back now?
Dadgummit. Lord bless it.
Lord bless it, son. Man, I almost fell asleep on live, bro. Dude.
Lord bless it.
Fake, man, I need to get me one of them.
Lord bless it.
Dude.
Hey, for real though. I'm gonna bring a couple of I got two people that are backstage. I'm gonna bring them up for a second. I'm gonna bring them one at a time and see what they have to say. Don't go nowhere though, because I'm not gonna be on here for much longer, but I don't
Hey, I'm
think
gonna
it's
chill
too
on. I'm gonna chill
You
on
what?
mute though. I'm gonna be
I
on
said
mute
I'm
though.
muting up so I could talk shit in the background.
Nah, hey, I'll talk crap
I'm
while I'm
just
off
kidding,
mute.
dog. I'm just kidding. Yo, main girl, what's good?
At Captain Kurt. Lord bless him.
Hey, you gotta mute your YouTube stream.
Oh, give me a
in the
minute.
background. You're good. Man, I got a headache. I ain't got a headache. I don't know what it is. Rex, what's good, homie?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, but it still sounds like YouTube's playing in the
God
background.
darn it. Hold on.
All right.
Lord bless it.
Lord bless it. Payday said. My brother is commissioner chairman here. We get to meet everyone who comes around.
What's up, buddy?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome.
How are you, Kurt?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing my thing. Sounds like you got a bird.
A bird?
Yeah, I heard like a.
Oh, you hear that? That's my pit bull chewing on her dog toy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. I'm gonna bring Mark in here with this too.
Hi, Mark.
Mark, what's up?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I just wanted to ask either you or Little Payday, what is the number one song that you listened to last week that you had to hit the repeat button on?
Up church, white trash.
That I had to hit the repeat button on last week.
That's my favorite
Oh
one.
man.
Like in the last 7 days, which song did you feel compelled to hit?
Well, that sucks because I know what it is, but it's not released. But I do know this. Ah, man, I don't even know what the second one would be. Actually, I do know. It would be Hard Target Smoke. I listened to that song last week probably 1,000 times.
1,000 times?
I feel like it. Well, because I wouldn't say 1,000 times, but I probably listened to that song every bit of 20 times last week.
Give me the song title again.
Smoke, SMOKE, Hard Target.
Smoke, Hard
Yep.
Target.
Yep. Because that song defines me when I was growing up. Like, people were real quick to say they were with you and they were kicking it and they were by your side, but when shit hit the fan, everybody was gone. There was nobody around. And that song is, it's what he talks about. He talks about it in a different form. He talks about it like when he had the bag of weed, everybody wanted to smoke, but when it was gone, nobody was there. That's the same principle.
That's a hard lesson in life. What do you think, Little Payday?
Man, my favorites here. I got two favorites. All right, one has to be Never mind. That's harder now that I think about it. Shoot, freak. My
No,
favorite
not a
up.
favorite. Not a favorite song. A song last week that you listened to that you kept listening to over and over, and why?
Oh shoot.
It doesn't have to be Upchurch because I personally have hit repeat 500 times on Pond Creek Road.
Oh yeah.
We
can't even walk down that road because that situation that'd be a long conversation. Go ahead, Payday though.
Oh shoot. See, I like that hyper music, like the turned up music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so it would have to be probably Kevin Gates. Don't Panic. That's last week. I was just rewinding it. Kevin Gates.
Yeah.
Is
Kevin
that a
Gates.
rapper or a country
Yeah.
singer?
No, that's
it's rap.
But
Nice.
Kevin Gates, Kevin Gates, I'm going to tell you this. Kevin Gates is probably, in my opinion, Kevin Gates is a country rapper. Kevin Gates is a little bit more of a trap rap style. That's why he's not in a country rap. He's just mainstream rap. But if you really break it down, like David Banner is a rapper, but David Banner is a country rapper. Nappy Roots are rappers, but they're really country rappers. Like it's hard to, that's what I'm saying. This genre is more subgenred out, like independent country rap, mainstream country rap, core rap mixed with country rap, core rap with artists that are from the woods. Like Kevin Gates is a country boy. I think he was from Atlanta. He's a city boy, but he's riding four-wheelers, dirt bikes. Kevin Gates wasn't just sitting inside playing video games. Like, it's a different generation. It's a different type of music, but yeah, it's hard.
He's not trying to pigeonhole himself.
No, not by any means. And he appeals to the black community, and the black community wants to just base a rap. They don't want to call it anything other than just rap, and it is what it is. But
I think you're right.
Go ahead, Payday.
Another song I hit repeat on. I don't know if it was about 1,000 or nonstop, but I hit repeat on it a few good times. It was that Gucci Mane song, Heavy.
Yeah,
you know that song?
Yeah, Gucci too. T.I. Yeah. See, that's like when I grew up, Southern rap and country rap I didn't even know who Upchurch was. When I first, and I'm going to tell you this is crazy. When I first heard an Upchurch song, I had been pigeonholed by so many other trash sounding country rap that were really underground. I haven't heard a couple of their names even since I've been doing reactions. I heard the first Upchurch song and I said, I ain't listening to this shit. Turn it off. And I don't even remember what it was, but I ended up coming back to it in my own time and listening to it and then started going down the wormhole. And that was that. That was that.
Me too.
It wasn't, I didn't give it the shot. That's why I started doing reactions too. Because I listened to Upchurch for so many years and I seen so many different people that listen to similar music as country rap, but they wouldn't admit that they listen to country rap because they weren't okay with accepting something different. They weren't all right with admitting that I listen to something that not everybody listens to. And that's why this genre struggles to grow, because people want to just either be, I listen to country or I listen to rap. There ain't no in between to these people.
If it sounds good, listen to it. That's how I look at it.
There isn't any in between. I mean, and that's what the problem is. You're exactly right.
Well, it's also that like artists nowadays are so like driven to be one way and only one way, and they got to ride with this group of people that you can't listen to this music or you can't work with this dude or that because if you do, then you're against us. So
Kurt,
it's
is that
hard.
being an artist though, Kurt? Like if you're
I think
just
it's just personal relationships, and then like certain people don't want to work with other people and anybody with that they work with. Like, and I get it. Like I understand it. If you relate it to like your job or your ordinary life, there's people in your life that are really good at doing something, but you just don't want nothing to do with them. You'd rather call and pay more money to the dude down the road than call this dude down here that would probably do it for free just because you don't like the type of person he is. And that's what I think it is. I think that, you know, music, you have to people, I think this is where people lose this. Music is music and people are people. There are people that are shitty people that make amazing music. There are people that make horrible music and they're great people. But you got to separate that. You can't, just because they make great music, you can't hold it to them that they're a great person. You have to understand that music is music and people are people. And they might make some of the dopest music that you've ever heard, but they might be the shittiest person you'll ever meet.
that's true, just like celebrity, they might be the best actor in the world, doesn't mean they're a good person.
Like when they all start talking about how do you have these people's backs, man, when they're scumbags and this and that. Everybody that supports something supports it for hopefully the right reason, like music or the way they drive a car or the way they coach a football team or the way they play football or whatever you're supporting. Hopefully you're supporting them for the thing that's going on. Like that's why when all this kneeling crap started, yeah, I'm an American and yeah, you should stand. But outside of football, who cares? Who really cares? It's all that shit is attention over here, so people that don't watch football come watch it, and that's what they did. They made the whole nation stand up and say, "I'm going to watch." Or the people that said, "I'm not watching," were some of the main people that were watching. Like we're building the United States of America builds haters. They build hate. It's a growth. It's a process that they see that's going to bring dollars. And
Yeah,
100%.
it's
grouping
sad.
and separating.
It's sad. It's
It's
sad
like
because
racism. Just group everybody together and get them to hate each other.
well, that's what it is. It's hurting. That's why Tom McDonald, that Sheeple song, like he's literally telling you what people truly believe in. But if you see how many people view the song and you see how many people support the song, it makes you understand a little bit more that what we see on TV and what we really believe is going on is not what's going on. The American people hate this shit. We just ain't got no other choice.
It's true. Like
So when
That's why I love YouTube, is because the mainstream media is actually crumbling before our very eyes.
we get to have long conversations like this. I mean, we'd probably never meet each other in real life.
right, and that's why censorship comes in. That's why shadow banning. That's why they tend to tunnel these people away from the people that aren't groomed. That's what it is essentially. If you've ever worked for a job, you watched how they groom management, new management. You can literally see the person go from a dude you would hold your arm over and call him your buddy to a scumbag. Like you can watch the whole process and how they're driven with money and incentives all the way to the top until they're shitting on everybody behind them. And if you look at that and you see that on a small scale of a small employer, what do you think's happening at the top?
Man, you don't want that to be your legacy, though. Like when I die, I want to be remembered for how
They
I
don't give a
treated
shit.
people.
They don't give a shit. They don't care.
They really
want to be
don't give a
remembered for their
shit.
dollar signs. They want to be. In all reality, I respect the hell out of some of them, and I'm going to tell you why. Because right now, it ain't doing a damn thing for them. They're taking care of their family for years to come. So hopefully, what my belief is, and what I hope is that if this scumbag destroys a bunch of things and makes a whole bunch of money off it, hopefully his next line of, whoever he passes this money down to does something good, makes it better, or tries to better something somewhere else. Because what's done's done. People
Exactly.
have to accept the fact that you can't just change shit because you want it changed. It has to be a movement. And like that's why I think protesting is stupid, because you're not changing anything. You're just allowing people to feel accomplished. Like we were taught our whole lives, don't show it attention. Do it the right way. The power of the pen. There's way more ways to get a point across.
Never let them see you sweat.
Yeah, no. Don't let them see that. Don't let them know they're winning. like a protest where people walk out of the companies. That's smart. That's smart. It shows the employer that, yo, you don't start looking out for us, we're not going to look out for you. That's different. That is a completely different situation. But when you got random, that's where I don't understand, where I can't come to terms on, is it okay to just pull up at somebody's house and start screaming and yelling? I don't know. Who am I to judge? But I wouldn't do it.
Oh, you talking about that certain case?
Just in general, not even then, ever. I would never burn a store down because I was pissed off at the community.
I wouldn't either.
But would I stand outside and scream and yell at somebody because there was a little kid that I knew and loved that's missing? That's very possible. So,
Right.
but that's where and you don't know what you don't know until you're in that position. You don't know. Like,
It's complicated. It
is, because you don't know the whole story. You don't know if these. Okay, check this out. Payday. I know you're younger and you don't want to listen to this. You don't have to. You can say it if you want to. But I'm gonna talk about something real quick because this frustrates me. This is my problem. Is that if our community as a whole does not see the whole story, we're only seeing what we're shown. We don't know if these people are actors. And this is what upsets me, is that, and I don't even want to bring race into it, but this is kind of what it's about. If a whole bunch of white people run into Mexico and start terrorizing Mexico and they start recording it, it's going to create hatred for one side, for a certain race or a certain color. So if that video is what they show of all these people burning shit down and doing all this chaos, how do I know that these people aren't paid actors? How do I know that?
You don't know. You don't know.
You don't. Or it could be a completely different situation that's going on and they're just using footage. I mean, you really don't know.
It
could have
sounds
been
like the Kylie case, Kurt.
it's not really that. That's not what I'm saying. What I mean is
Okay.
you can't be driven to hate one person, but you can be driven to hate one color. If you and racism and all that is taught. Like, people, I don't care what anybody says, we all love one another. And in the overall aspect of it, if it was as crazy as people made it seem, there would be dead bodies everywhere all the time. I mean, it would not. I mean, you could get on a bus and ride to your next town over without any problems. Maybe you get somebody to look at you sideways, but that's people. You look at it as people. People are assholes. You know what I mean? You can't. A color doesn't determine how they're going to be, how big of an asshole they're going to be. It's the person. The person is going to. And some people like Payday. Payday's got a southern ass accent. If he goes to a northern town, it's going to sound different. So if you have a suburb person to a ghetto person, they're not going to equate to the type of language that they like. I'm going to think you sound like an idiot, and you're going to think I sound like an idiot. That's an opinion. You walk away, and you go find somebody that you like how they sound. That's generally how people work. Like that's how it happens, but that's not what it's portrayed in the news. It's not what's portrayed.
That's right.
And that sucks for our youth, because our youth we're literally being trained to hate somebody based off of TV.
It's a grouping method that I was kind of talking about earlier in your chat, where I had felt bullied because I had a certain opinion, and I'm like, everybody in that chat was being trained to hate. Well,
they ain't trained. They're already they're trained. They're people. Okay, when you're young, when you're a little child, you start learning how to hate, and then as you grow older, it's your parents and your responsibility to kind of understand that hate's not good, and that unless you have a reason to hate something, in my opinion, if somebody gives me the reason to hate them, I willingly just disconnect from that person. See you later. I don't got no time for any. That's it. You know what I mean? But it took a long time for me to understand what is worth, in my opinion, hating and what's not. Like, is it worth for me to get mad at somebody based off of an opinion? No. Is it worth for me to get mad at somebody based off of something they typed on the phone that they would never say to me in public, or they would never say around anyone in public? No.
Right. Oh, I hear what you're saying 100%. Like, it
Like
is what
Mark
it is.
doesn't always say things that I agree with, but I let Mark voice his opinion, and it doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't agree with him. It's not my place to be like, screw Mark. Mark's opinions suck. Oh, okay. I know, so do mine to a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? And people are afraid to voice their opinion because they don't want somebody to go against it. They want to be like everybody else. They want everybody to accept them. That's why you're getting bullied, because you said, you know what, I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want to say, what I feel, and if nobody likes it, screw them. And that's what you got to stick by. If you stick by that at night, you won't stress about this. You won't,
Yeah.
because I get a lot of hate, and the ones that bother me are the ones that I pay attention to. When I pay attention to it, immediately it bothers me. Don't pay attention to it.
It
Act
was a
like it
learning
doesn't exist.
experience, though, because then
Good.
after that, I was like, wait a minute. I kind of got sucked in, and I was like, oh yeah, you guys are right. I'm so dumb. And then after I get off that panel, I was like, wait a minute. I don't have to do that. I can be and say and do however I want to be. And I'm
Yeah.
not going to get treated that way for just saying something, because I'm treat everybody good. So
Well, that's one of the reasons why I like Payday. Payday's still young, but Payday don't mind being who he is. But at the same time, Payday's got a lot to learn. Payday's got to understand, how not to cross a line, how to be careful when it's said, how it's said. We all got to learn that. Do I know that he's going to make mistakes along the way? 100%. I'd guarantee it's going to happen. It's just going to be how it's corrected, how he learns from it. If I meet somebody and they make a whole bunch of mistakes and they know how to correct their mistakes and they learn from their mistakes, I'm going to be more focused on being around that person, because that person knows how to accept responsibility for what they've done and they learn its growth. If I'm
yeah,
around somebody that's constantly blaming everybody else on what's going on and they're never wrong and it's always somebody else, I don't want to be around them, because chances are when something goes down, the first person they're going to point the finger at, you did it, has nothing to do with me.
peace.
I don't got no time.
You're on your own, homie. Yeah, exactly.
Payday, were you trying to say something, buddy? You're muted up.
No, I'm good.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
How old are you, Payday? Can we ask?
Oh yeah, I'm 12.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Payday's 12 years old. Payday's 12 years old, working harder than 90% of the people. And just so everybody in the chat knows, his mom's in here, and I'm sure she's sitting probably like 6 feet to his right.
That's
Yeah, she's
awesome.
right over there. My thing is,
Go ahead,
why
buddy.
do people care that I'm on your live? Like, it ain't none of their business, man.
Because,
I'm
well,
just
because,
talking to you.
well, you have to think of it like this, though. And I've thought about it. That's why I told you before. I'm like, oh, let's not do it now. Let's wait. Adults sometimes come to adult areas just to get away from kids. They're afraid to say what they got to say because there's a kid here. And sometimes I'm careful on how I say things because I'm like, damn, Payday's still a kid. You know what I mean? You want a virgin mind, dude. I met you. I've been around you. I know what you're about. You're a lot more advanced than other 12-year-olds. You already know about a lot of things. You already have a good head on your shoulders. But that don't mean you always got to remember that you could you could always go backwards, you know what I'm saying? And you have to pay attention to that. And as an adult, it's my responsibility to make sure that I don't say anything that, you know what I mean, could persuade you to make a bad choice. Because kids, look, man, kids are young. I could, if I told you to shave your head and got you up hyped enough, you might do it.
Yeah, you ain't lying, I
You know
might.
what I'm saying? If I tell you I get you 1,000 subs, dog, to shave your head, and that's manipulation. That's what people will do to children. So that's why people get leery when they see kids around, because they're like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna be involved in this." Just be real. It's just you're a person. You're just a person that's a little younger, and not. I ain't looking for you for advice, but if you got something to say, I'm gonna hear you out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you might have the best advice in the world. Maybe you could teach somebody something. You got enough brains in your head to know right from wrong already early on, dude. Not many kids would pay for a windshield that they broke willingly. I don't know how willingly you did it, but you did it.
Right after I broke it, I said, "Man, you know what? I'll pay for this crap." I said it just like that. You know what? I'll pay for it.
Good for you.
Right after I broke it, I said, "You know what? I'm paying for it."
Not many kids would do that.
No, they wouldn't. No.
But also, not many kids will be out recording a reaction, trying to get content up on their YouTube channel while doing 9,000 other things, and more worried about. And I'll tell you this, and I don't care if Luke knows this, but I want to tell you this. You were pissed off because you told Luke you were going to do it. And when it didn't work, you got frustrated because you had your name out there, which is good because you said you were going to do something and you were man of your word about it. But sometimes things ain't going to work out. You know what I mean? You got to keep your cool because losing your shit ain't going to do nothing for the situation, as you see. Cost you money to get mad. And that's what's
100.
going to happen. That's what's going to happen about 99.9% of the time. When you get mad, you're going to break things and you're going to cost yourself money.
100%.
Yep. And you won't think clearly.
The only thing that made me mad was I done told Luke, like, because I talked to Luke like a lot, and I told him, you know what, man, I'm gonna film this reaction, right? And I tried like 5 other times and it never worked because what you told me that one day helped me out a lot. And if I would have known that before, I wouldn't have threw the phone at the daggone windshield. But the thing that really made me mad was I was trying to film this thing like 5 other times, and I was going good in there. I was doing it good, but then something just like my phone just like shut off for whatever reason, and that's what made me mad because I done promised them I would do it, and then it didn't get done, and it made me mad.
I know that's a good trait to have, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to harness that because I do it. That's why I know what you did. I get pissed off. The other day, I recorded a whole reaction, forgot to hit record on the screen, or screen record the video. So I had me talking, but I had nothing to put on it. So I had to redo things and I was pissed. I was mad because I did the same thing. I said I was going to do, but I didn't take it to the next level. I would have before when I was younger. You'll learn that with age, bro. You'll understand that it's going to cause you more trouble to get pissed off. All the energy that you used to break the windshield, you could have used to start the video over or reset. You know what I mean? You can use that pissed off energy in a positive way is what I'm
Listen to that education.
Yeah, it's real, bro, because I've gotten into a lot of trouble because I let my anger win. I've made a situation that was bad horrible. You know what I'm saying? Something that could have been done and over with. I let my anger get the best of me and I ran with it and drove that right to the ground. It was now it's sad. It's sad. Some people do it all the time though. Some people never learn. Some people go their whole damn life never learning that. They take it all the way to the grave and it sucks because your life becomes so much harder. Your body.
Once you realize too that like things are gonna happen and you just look at it from the aspect of like this is life, things are gonna happen, I messed up, you admit it and you move on. I guess.
That's part of the reason I didn't like school, because schoolwork was always hard, but I was doing good, right? I was writing in something, and then someone was like freaking with me behind the like right behind me, just freaking with me and stuff. And I got mad and I freaking picked the desk up and threw it, and then that got me in trouble.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this: if you're not going to a building and going into a classroom and running off a schedule, you need to create a strict schedule and you need to stay by it. Your mom probably tells you this. I'm gonna tell you why. School teaches you ABC 1, 2, 3, whatever, right? But school is training you to be an adult, dude. It's training you to wake up at a certain time, to go somewhere, to do it for a certain amount of hours, and then to come home. And while you're there, you got to listen, you got to pay attention, you got to do what you got to do. They're training you to be an adult and to get a job and to work a job. That's what a job's going to do. Even if you don't work a 9 to 5, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to wake up and do something. And it's training you to understand how to do that. So if you're not going to a physical building, you need to wake up every day at the same time. You need to do something, whether you go for a 10-minute walk at a certain time every single day and train yourself you're learning a routine.
Accountability.
Yes, you're learning a schedule. You're building, and somebody with ADHD, somebody that's all over like Squirrel is over there, you have to get a schedule. You have to say, I'm doing this, 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 and this, and this is what I'm doing it, and that's what's happening. And don't let anybody stop you. Do it at that time, no matter what. Don't make excuses. Just do it. Just say,
it gets easier, doesn't it, Kurt? It seems hard in the moment. Like for me, school was so hard, but doing that or putting yourself through something that is hard and you think you're never going to get through it, the rewards are just, I don't even know how to explain it.
It's discipline. I think Payday will be all right with that because Payday's got good discipline to, that's why he broke the windshield. That's why I know what he's going through, because He knew he said he was going to do something, and that's what he's supposed to be doing, and he couldn't get it done, so he got pissed off and broke the windshield. That's a good trait to have. But you just can't break the windshield. You just got to
Passion.
take that same energy. Yeah, it's passion. It's honoring his word. You know, he said he was going to do it, and that's what he did. That's a trait that's not around very often. So for him to have that is good.
It's amazing. It really is.
Little Payday is having to go. I mean, he's like what, 12? He's got about 6 years to figure all of this out, and I am confident that he will.
Oh yeah, he'll be all right. Listen, I'll tell you this: Payday raps. I don't know if any of y'all knew this, but Payday raps. So when I first heard Payday's rap, you could tell he can rap. He's got bars, but it wasn't very well constructed. Like it wasn't appealing to the ear because it wasn't structured like a song. It was kind of just jammed in and thrown together. Well, now you go back and listen, you can hear the growth of how he structured it into more of a song profile. So now it sounds like the song starts, you hear the beat, he starts talking a little bit, throws some ad libs, starts rapping, ends it, closes it. Like it's structured like a song. You only get that with dedication, and you only get that with accountability for who you are and what you said you were going to do. Payday said he was going to be a rapper. He's taking accountability for it. He knows he's got to grow. He's doing it. You use that in everything in life, dog, you'll be okay. You're growing on your own. That's huge, especially at 12 years old.
He's going to be okay.
It'll be all right. But don't take that as a guarantee. You got to keep going. You can't say, oh, these people on YouTube said I was gonna be all right. You got to keep it going, and that anger will screw that all up. That anger will destroy all that off of one bad mistake. Punch somebody in the face. You hit the gas pedal too. I'm serious though. You hit the gas pedal too hard because you're pissed off. You wreck. Punch somebody in the face. You break their jaw, permanent disfigurement, gone off to prison. Like you have to think that anger will destroy success. 100%. Look at some of the greatest athletes. Look at some of the greatest musicians. Look at some of the greatest anything, and look at the ones that were angry, and look at where they are now.
And things won't feel so big. The more you go through and the older you get, you won't be as reactful as you are now, too.
Well, not really, because as I got older, I got more pissed off.
Yeah.
And then it hit an age where I had to get put in my place, which took a little bit of time and a lot of days that doing things that it was hard. Like you have to learn how to listen to other people, and like it's discipline. It really is. Like I still get pissed off inside when somebody tells me something that bothers me, but I know how to not bring it to my mouth. It's impulse control. If you don't have impulse control, you're gonna screw yourself in life. You're gonna say things without really understanding what you're saying. You're gonna piss people off, and then your violence is going to have to come out. You have to defend yourself.
But I like what you said, Kurt, though, about like you do something, you mess up, you own it, you move on. You're always evolving, and you're always growing, and you're always learning until the day you die. But just as you get older, it isn't as big or impact you as much.
I learned that lesson too deep in life, but Kurt is absolutely right.
I mean, and everybody's got to learn. He'll learn. He's already learning. I guarantee you that the windshield ain't the only time he's had to deal with anger getting him in trouble. And I know that. And yo, that's okay. The more you accept it, bro, accepting it is the first way of getting control of what you're doing. Knowing your anger and understanding when it comes out and how you, like people used to tell me all the time, go hit something like a pillow. I'm like, get out of here. I'm going to get pissed off and go look for a pillow. That's going to piss me off that I can't find a pillow. So I just started yelling. Cassie, something, just fucking yell until it hurts your hands. Squeeze your hands open and start it again. Something.
Controlling your situation is key to everything.
It is.
I mean, I got a wall. I got a brick wall in there. I'll hit it sometimes, but it hurts your hand if you hit it hard enough.
That's stupid. That's stupid because then you break your hand, and then now you got to go to the doctors. Now you're pissed off because you got to go to get it. That's stupid. That's what I'm saying. I've done shit like that, dude. One time, listen to this. One time, my mom almost killed me Do you know those barbed wire license plate covers?
I think so.
They're metal. They're not they're not plastic. They're metal. One day I thought it was a great idea to argue with my mom because she wouldn't let me go to a hurricane party in a Category 3 hurricane in Florida. So I was all pissed off. I was pissed off. I was taking my car. I was 17 years old. I'd do what I want. She called the cops on me. She said, "You ain't going anywhere. You're not about that. I'm gonna make these cops make you look like a fool because you're out here trying to go to parties while they're about to have to save a bunch of people's lives, possibly." So, they came out there and made me look like fools. But before they got there, I tried to leave, and she took my plate off. And my plate had a barbed wire license plate cover on it, and she took the license plate cover when I went to go out the door to try to run away with the tag because I didn't grab the license plate cover. She threw it like a frisbee, dude. The barbed wire thing flew past my neck like this close and went stuck straight into the drywall. I mean, like half of the plate in the drywall. I didn't know, but when it went into the drywall, it hit the power wire or that goes down to the outlet in the wall. So I grabbed the hold of the freaking bar. It shocked the shit out of me, dude. Bro, I almost died from electrocution. She almost slit my throat open, all because of my anger that I was pissed off enough to get my mom pissed off to throw things at me and almost kill me because I wanted to go to a party. Like how stupid does that sound?
I love the fact that your mama came into the chat tonight and called you out.
Oh, always, bro. My mom's my mom she ain't afraid. If I'm wrong, she'll tell the same people that saying I'm wrong. You're right. He's a fucking asshole. She's not like and it's important to have that in your life. It's important to have somebody like she'll support me. She'll ride with me. If I need her to support me, she'll support me no matter what. But for the most part, if I'm wrong, my mom will tell me, look, I'll let you do what you're doing, but you're wrong.
That's why you have a great balance on your channel.
I try, man. I try. I was getting pissed off because the subscribers it was hard. You hit like a wall. But then I'm like, what do I even care? You know what I mean? The people that don't want to be around here, fuck them. I don't care. See ya, deuces, because they're not really important. The people that's what's frustrating, man, is like coming into this, you think a group of people support you. And then once you get going, you realize that those ain't the one. Like this guy, Dick Johnson. I never seen Dick Johnson before. I have mad respect for Captain and his family as well as him bringing Little Payday. Like that's the shit I want. Like that's the type of people. Like I said, man, people are afraid to support somebody. People are afraid to hit a like button. People are afraid to. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, you would think you'd not only want to support each other,
It's hate. It's hate.
Yeah.
It's really hate, man.
I'm struggling with the fact that I mean, I've got a main girl that is my current favorite YouTube channel, but she struggles with not trying to piss anybody else off, and I just don't know.
Well, see, you can't. Sometimes it's good to have balance like that because my wife won't say. I mean, don't get me wrong. You piss her off, I have to walk away. I'm like, look, you gotta. You done pissed off the wrong one. I tried, and now I'm out of here. But at the same time, like some of the things that I stand for and some of the things that she stands for are different. I fight battles that she wouldn't fight, and vice versa. And that's good, in my opinion, to have that balance. I'm a Libra, so I need to have some sort of balance. If people are all for you all the time, it's like I don't want a fan club. I want somebody that's gonna call me on my shit and not want the attention and say, "Yo, you need to shut up. You look like an ass right now." I'd rather have that.
100%. 100%. You do have to maintain the balance of calling out bullshit.
Right. I agree. Some things, and then sometimes it's nice, but that goes back to not everybody's going to agree on the same thing. Like it would not be fun. Like, okay, if everybody agreed that we all should wear black t-shirts and we all should wear white shoes, nothing would be interesting. It would be boring. Nobody would have different clothes on. Everybody would look the same. Everybody have the same. Like we have to have different things in life in order to keep life interesting. I mean, look back in history. Look at the Nazis. Do you think that was fun to live in that lifestyle? No. They that's exactly what we don't want. We don't want, but that's what it's being driven to. It's being driven to you have to be a certain type of way. You have to look a certain type of way. You have to drive a certain type of car. It's sad. It's like that movie Limitless where they're zoned off in different parts of the town and based off of how much money they have is how much time they had left in their life and how successful they were going to be. Like that's sad.
It's like we're living team A or team B, and nobody even knows what the definitions are.
Right.
That's true.
Well, that goes back to Democratic Republican. It's the same thing, dude. It's a bunch of people supporting a bunch of two different parties, and they really don't stand for everything. Look, if I said I wanted to do this, 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 and that, but I also was going to do this, this, and that, you're going to have to agree with one or the other. You're gonna have to say, okay, I like everything he's doing, other than the 9 other things that he's doing, or I like everything he's doing in the 7 other things that he like. You're going to agree with somebody, even though you're disagreeing with half of what they're doing. That makes sense.
Exactly. Because
So why can't you apply that in anything else in life? Why can't people say, okay, the politicians that I support, they don't do everything I agree with, but I'll put stickers all over my car and ride around town. Woohoo! But Captain Kurt says something I don't like, and I'm spamming his channel. I'm hitting him with this and I'm hitting him with that. Why? What is that?
Yeah, I don't get it at all. I really don't. I guess it does apply here. Politics in the real world are kind of the same on YouTube.
Politics are everything. Baseball is the most political sport there is. You have politics on YouTube. You have politics in your job. You have politics in your relationships. You have politics all over. Everywhere. That's what I'm saying. We're designed to follow a political party. And if you can't follow that political party, they made a different one called an independent. They're grooming people to follow. It's a herd. You're following a herd. So it goes to YouTube.
I'm not team A or team B, but that's a false dichotomy. I mean, that's not where we should be focusing on.
No, I agree 100%. What I don't understand is why do we have, if we got 50 different states, we could have 50 different politicians all doing what they need to do for their state. What the hell do you need a president for at that point? You know what I'm saying? Like if I live in one state and my state all votes for one person, I can kind of understand the voting process throughout the state. You can see a certain type of politician being promoted all over your town. You can see it in front of your eyes. If you tell me that this person won, but in my town, all I see, we're a red state, we're a blue state, whatever you are, how do I truly know what I voted for is what is in office? Like it doesn't, and that person ain't going to give a damn about my town. They're only worried about the whole thing as one. It's not like the politician guy I had up here that is Hernandez. That's my county commissioner. You know what I'm saying? So it would be nice to understand what I'm supporting before I just dive in and support it. And that's why I thought about it when I said that. Maybe I should vote. No, maybe I shouldn't because I don't even know who I'm voting for. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with our economy is that we vote in these leaders that we don't even know what they're leading. We don't even know what their main goal is.
We don't know who contributes to them.
Right.
We just get stuck living in whatever world they provide for us. Like the economy right now is absolutely insane. Now, could that make a difference if I had voted? I don't know.
Well,
But here we are.
But the scary thing is this: is you take away voting completely, then it's just them picking themselves. So I feel like that's just like a sheet. It's like here's a safety net. So you guys think you're voting, but really it doesn't matter. And it's been proven over the years that it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's just false. Like, oh, here's a little control. Put your name on this piece of paper. But in the end, we're still living in whatever world was created.
Well, no, I mean,
I guess
we're operating under an illusion that our vote matters.
Well, like I've noticed, I'm only 35, but I've noticed that. So a lot of people were really complaining, and this is just my opinion. People are probably going to hate this opinion, but I don't care. What I see a lot of the problems is the president that's in office now the problems are going to be more visible when he's out. Like you're going to see issues a lot more in 2 to 3 years from now.
It takes like 6 to 10 years to settle anything in a lawsuit. I
Right.
mean, we are living in a time that isn't going to be determined for the next few years.
Right. Well, like oil, like you can't, like, all right, so they say the oil prices. I know they do change them pretty drastically overnight, but in the long run, after oil's been driven up so high like this and so much money is infiltrated in those oil companies, that allows more money to go back out into different hands. So from now till, let's say, 2 years from now, they're just making a lot of money. So that money is going to be dispersed back out, and which, when you have that much money, you have corruption involved. It's guaranteed to be there, and that's what I feel like happens. I feel like these presidents are elected for so long, they're running, they're going, everything, they're destroying everything in the background. You don't notice it right away until the following president comes in, and then they start pointing fingers. Now, I can't say that that's what happened with the Trump situation to now. But what I will say is you don't know though. We will never know. And that's what
I will go ahead and say it.
It's just crazy that these people that won't support YouTube content creators, artists, any artist, independent artists, they
Like
won't
what they did
support
with Joe Rogan. They tried tearing him down because so many people.
not even that big. Let's go small.
Oh,
Let's go to
okay.
Stone Miller. Let's go. Nobody's probably heard of that name. Let's go to Stone Miller or Busy Boat or Coca or Ski Mask Cowboy. This is just in the genre of people I know. Let's go to these people. How hard is it for, let's say, 1,000 people, 1,000 people that listen to country rap to slide in there and hit a subscribe button for these dudes so that they can start making money off of music that they make and they're crafting, right? How hard is that as a fan of a genre, as a fan of a country rap genre, that you listen to country rap? There's way more than 1,000 people that listen to country rap. How hard is it as a fan not to space yourself out through the country rap genre and go subscribe to a couple people that you never heard, even if you ain't rocking with their music right now? In 2 years from now, it might be the best thing you've ever heard. Look at Jelly Roll. Nobody was rocking with Jelly Roll right off rip. Jelly Roll fought tooth and nail to get where he's at now, and now the whole nation's singing his songs.
That's a wonderful thing, Kurt. Yeah.
I agree 100% because when you go off the national level, when you extract yourself from a music level, a corporate music level, you just have to dial down. You have to dial down, and then you have to dial down again, and that's when you get to the real people.
Well, the reason there's a corporate music level is this. Check this out. And this is what I've come to understand this, and this is why it goes back to politics. So if you have 3 artists that are for this record label, there's a large group of people that support this record label regardless of who's in it. They don't even give a shit. They're like, oh, so-and-so signed so-and-so. Subscribe. That's where the politics comes back. You don't even support the president fully, but you got your whole car covered in bumper stickers. But you'll be the first person to say, well, I don't agree with this and I don't agree with that. Motherfucker, you bought bumper stickers. You put bumper stickers on there and you've been at rallies all week. But that's your corporate level. And your independent level is, oh, I'm too good to like an independent artist. On to the next corporate artist. Click subscribe. I don't even listen to this shit. Click subscribe because they only focus on the corporate level. They see a logo and they think, oh my God, I want to be a part of this. I want these people in this label to see my music. Click.
Support your fellow man.
They want what you can give them. That's what they want. So they're not going to support an independent artist is not going to support another independent artist, in my opinion, because they want something from an artist. They want notoriety. They want, I'm the best artist. I got to get recognized by these people. I can't get recognized by these peons, and they don't subscribe to it. But then 10 years from now or 5 months from now or whenever that artist starts going up, here come the people that didn't want nothing to do with them, and they're trying to rub their nuts and suck. It's crazy, dude. It blows my mind that happens.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the opportunity to help somebody or just like anybody that subscribes to my channel, I subscribe back because it's just, I don't know. It should just be about helping each other, lifting each other up. Like,
Well, don't get me wrong. Like, I could see how that could suck because if you got 500 subscriptions, how do you ever show love to those 500 different channels? But
Yeah.
what my point is it don't, if, okay, this is what I'll say. If I listen to a song from somebody and I don't like it, but I think they're doing pretty good in this independent music, I'll subscribe. I just might not see anything or might not make it a point to go run over there and look at everything they drop. But I'm still subscribed. I still can see it in my feed every now and then, and I might click on one and hit a like and leave a comment and keep it moving. That's all it takes. It doesn't take, you don't have to subscribe to somebody and be completely devoted to every move they make. You don't have to do that. But it's just crazy to me that all these artists are out here doing their thing, and you can see it on like Instagram. Like, if you all have Instagram, if you follow any of these artists and you follow some of the other artists, like, you don't see much cross love from artist to artist. Like, if you post something from one artist, you usually don't see another artist like it. There is the select few that do, but for the most part, you don't see that, or a reaction. You don't see. Lately, I have been, and I was shocked. I'm like, damn, there's another artist in here commenting on another artist's reaction. I think that's dope. I think that is a good marketing strategy for these artists to go comment on reactions. See
Yeah.
the name. You see it
Anytime
has something
you
to do
have
with music.
the chance to help somebody, you should do it. That's just how I look at it.
I mean, to an extent, you have to think of it like
Yeah.
your life's busy enough, but
Right. But if you can and you're there and you're like, hey, yeah, whatever, you
just
know,
hit the subscribe button, just hit the like button.
yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
It ain't hard.
It only takes one click.
Yep. And I thought about it already. If there's 50 artists in country rap, if I subscribe to 50 artists in country rap that are independent, guess what? I don't have to do anymore. Subscribe. I don't have to do it again. Never have to click the button again. Never ever have to do it. Unless a new one comes, and then I only have to do it one time. I mean, it's just crazy, man. And it goes across the board. Like, there's a lot of reactors. I would never expect everybody to subscribe to all the reactors. But sometimes I'll see, really good reaction channels like Kenny Reacts. Kenny Reacts deserves a lot more credit than Kenny gets. Kenny busts his ass to do those videos. Kenny is constantly everything that everybody asks for, Kenny gives them. He gives them quality and he gives them consistency. So it shocks me to see that people don't support Kenny just for the fact that he's a worker. Like, I don't know, man. I guess it's different. People are different.
I
Yeah.
just got the smaller channels.
Oh, Kenny's small.
I mean, once if somebody breaks out of 50,000 subscribers, there is a certain change in their reactions.
I guess it depends on the person though, because I've seen people that are like, look at what's it, Fusion? I think that's his name. I think that's who I was. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you because now I want to know. He's dope. I watch him. I thought his name. Hold on.
I guess what I meant to say was just if you have the opportunity and you can, do your best to try to help another person. I don't know.
Flawed TV. Flawed TV has 122,000 subscribers, and that dude's cool. He can't read every comment because it's going, you know what I mean? But he's the same person that he was when I seen him at 40,000 subscribers. And I think Upchurch just shared one of his videos. So he's gonna keep going up even more and more and more.
And look at Ryan. Ryan's made it, and he does a lot for people.
Yeah, Ryan does a lot more. I don't think that dude that was in here, the Hernando County guy, understood that. I met Ryan. I've kicked it with Ryan. I made a YouTube video with Ryan. I can say firsthand that he's an amazing person. It's not an amazing person. He's a real ass dude, just living his life, and he can make music. He says it like he's literally just a country singer and a normal person. Like, he's a famous singer and he's a freaking human being. And people think he's just, but it's crazy because that's what is very intriguing about Ryan, is that what he's done is like gold.
Awesome.
It's gold for these independent artists. And that's why people want to know the formula. And I think he just said it in his video not too long ago. I don't know the formula. I'm being who I'm being, and this is what's happening. I don't, it's like nobody plans to win the lottery. You know,
I feel
Ryan,
like he represents the regular guy though, like the person who he says that he came from nothing, but he thinks about those people and you can feel it.
the reason
Yeah.
that I like Ryan Upchurch is because he broke the internet and he broke the corporate model.
yeah. Well, but see, the thing is this, is that he broke the corporate model, but the corporate model wants that. They want what Ryan has. They want his face all over everything they got. And I would be willing to bet that they would not try to change it whatsoever. They would encourage it. And the reason why is because he's been so successful what he's doing now on his own platform. If somebody put him out there and pushed him into a larger crowd, everybody would love him for that reason right there. Is that he is not corporate. He is not that would make or break. Like that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah, his
record
message
labels
is,
record
you know,
labels only want record label artists. And the reason they only want that is because they know that there's a large amount of support for only record label
exactly.
artists. If they put somebody out there that wasn't a record label artist and the record label backed them, it would take all the people that hate this shit and they would blow him up way bigger than they could even imagine. They don't even understand look at Adam Calhoun. Adam Calhoun is, in my opinion, the same situation. Jelly Roll, same situation. Jelly Roll is got, I don't know, I read somewhere about his contract. He can still do his own thing. He's like in the footsteps of, corporate music. He's right there. He just ain't going in. He's like hanging out on the rim, and look at how big he's becoming so rapidly.
I think that the corporate model is realizing that. And I think that they have to accept, and they're slowly accepting the independent artists.
They're moving in. It feels like they're kind of creeping in. Like you'll see some of these news channels or whatever going live, or it's kind of like they're trying to slide their slimy little hands into the independent game. And I think all the creators just need to,
Oh,
keep an
they're
eye for that.
watching.
We
They're
don't want this
watching.
controlled. We're all free right now, but man, if they get their hands on this freedom, who
I
knows?
think that they understand that the situation has changed drastically.
Well, they try. They try. Don't get me wrong. They try to incorporate what Ryan and what other independent artists are doing into their music. But the problem is there's six people in a room trying to legally do it. They want to do it, but they know that other people that are watching aren't going to respect them. They know that there's legalities that they got to follow based off of what they can and cannot say. So they try and they mess with it so much that when it comes out, it doesn't come out authentic. And that's what the problem is. Like if you go back into core rap and you look at like Plies' brother wrote almost all of his music, but Plies was a performer. Plies was able to perform it. Plies had the look. Plies had the image. And that's what they look for. So when they find somebody with that image, they try to jade it. They try to change them and make them look like this badass tough guy that speaks his word. And I feel like that's what Morgan Wallen is. I feel like Morgan Wallen is a prime example of that. They're trying it. That's their
They're
experiment.
trying to make being real an image when it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
They're
For
trying
sure.
it. They're in the process of doing it. They're
For
in the
sure.
process, and that's why after he said what he said, that's why his record sales went through the roof. That's why I tell you, if they allowed Ryan to do what he does now in mainstream and just let him they wouldn't be able to take it. Nobody could grab a hold of him. He would fly through the fucking ceiling. They wouldn't know what to do. And they know that, and that's why they're pushing other artists to be more like Ryan, because they're trying to create something that they can't create. Morgan Wallen is the closest thing.
Realness, you just can't.
Morgan Wallen is the closest thing, and the reason I say that is because of not based off of anything he said, but his influence on that genre.
A number one record in country, a number one in rap, a number one in rock. They just don't know what the hell to do with him.
No. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like look at that. Look at what he's doing. A number one in rap, a number one in country, and a number one in rock. People's Champ, Holler Boys, and Animal. There you go.
Who's the people's champ?
No. What I'm saying
Oh yeah, I know.
the same thing Morgan Wallen has done and is doing right now is what Ryan's doing in independent and has been doing for years. They're trying to mold one artist into a large group of people. Like they're trying to take Morgan Wallen fits into all different genres, and the reason that he does is because that's what they want. They want to mix. They want saturation of everybody. They want white people to listen, black people to listen, Mexican people. They want every color, heritage, gender. They want all these people to listen. How can you do that? Get somebody that don't give a shit. Get somebody that's going to say what they want to say and they're going to do what they got to do. He apologized. That's a corporate part of it. They got to have an apology. You can't have an apology without corporate America. Ryan won't. That's what I'm saying. The image is there, but they're just molding it to make it fit corporate America.
What do you think about that, Kurt? Though, what's your view on that stance?
That's look, to each their own. If you want to be silenced and not be able to speak your word and say what you got to say, that's on you. The guy's very successful. The guy has nothing to worry about, and it's because they understand the system. He is probably not making nearly as much as what he should. I'm sure of that. But he also understands the system. And when you're making 40 million rather than 60 million, are you really feeling it? That's why they don't care. They don't care. Those artists that are so big like that, you got the hometown boys that are pushing to get there because that's the money. And that's why I feel like Ryan broke the mold for that, because he showed everybody that you don't need them to live a comfortable life. You don't need them to own a Lamborghini. You don't need them to own a Hellcat. You can do it. You just got to work at it. You got to beat yourself all the way through. And
Do you think that's why people feel like that, they have to come from money or have this or have that in order to be able to do things in life and be successful?
No, they make that's the image that you see growing up your whole life. Like you see, you're struggling, you don't have no money, you're doing good, you have money. I mean, that's you, they're not creating that, but they're feeding that. If I give you $40,000 and say, here you go, here's your bonus, and you never had any money, you're gonna lose your mind over $40,000. You're gonna feel like you're on top of the world, but for how long? And then they go, well, that was just your bonus, man. Now you're getting about $1,000 a week. What? I could have did that working a normal job. What do you mean? Well, we gave you the bonus, and next year you'll get another bonus. So now they've created somebody that's money driven based off of the $40,000. They got a little comfortable. They lived a little better than they thought they should be living because they thought they had it like that. And now they're struggling to pay their bills. Like you said, you're living in a small ass studio apartment, overpaying on your rent. You're jammed up downtown where you don't want to be because you're not from that part of the town. You want to be back at home and you don't got no money. So what do you got to do? You're tied to a record label. You got to make music. You're fucking miserable. Other people are writing it for you. Like, that's the life you want to live? Go on ahead.
But that can be looked at in different aspects of life, whether you're in music or whatever genre, right?
No, that's all the way across the board. I just think it's easier in certain genres, like rock. In my opinion, rock music is probably the hardest music to get out and be not. I feel like there's more independent rock artists than there is any genre. And then you got rap. That's probably a close second, to where there's a lot of freestyle rappers, a lot of artists that are independent. And then you got country. That's, in my opinion, most people transition from independent country to mainstream country fairly quick because you have more outlets like the Grand Ole Opry. You got more attention on it is for notoriety. So I feel like all the genres struggle with independent artists making it, but country, you have the quickest route into mainstream.
But that's why they just don't know what to do with Ryan, because he's number one in rap, he's number one in rock, he's number one in country.
Right.
But that is all three different industries based in three different locations and a big 7-story building.
Yeah.
Backing
No,
that. They just don't know what to do with him.
Right. I mean, look at, okay, have you ever heard of this name? See the name on the screen? Paw Fresh. Have you heard of that? No.
I don't think
Payday
so.
has. Payday has. I'm sure you guys have. Amazing producer, amazing music. he is country rap. He's Memphis. I mean, you look at the country rap genre as a whole years ago, back before, anybody like I'm talking 10 years ago. Paw Fresh was in it. Paw Fresh was doing his thing. I mean, nobody knows the names. Nobody knows these people. Why? Because it's not important. It's not. They don't see it as a dollar sign.
Oh, you mean
Independent.
corporate when you say nobody, right?
No. I mean it to them, to the corporate America. They don't want independence to grow. They don't want independent artists to come up. They do when they want them. When it's like, I'll use the Chase Matthews as an example. I wasn't going to speak on Chase, but I'll say this. Chase is the closest person that they can get to Ryan. And the reason why is because Ryan approved of that. So they're going to take Chase and they're going to try to mold Chase into what they want. They've been doing that for probably, I would say, every bit of 6 months. I listened to a little bit of Chase's music when he first came into Hollow Boy Records, and it was different, but I could listen to it. Now it's so jumbled up with, like, you want to sing about God, you want to sing about Jesus, do your thing, man, but don't make every song about it. You know what I mean? Make something relatable to the people that you're singing for. And yes, I'm sure there's a lot of people that support Jesus and support God, but do we all want to hear about it every day, all day long in the music we listen to? I feel like that was a shot at mainstream. That's his initiative to push into this genre, to push into country music. I don't think you'll ever hear Chase do any type of, like he did the Hollywood remix. I don't think you'll ever hear that out of him.
No, I get, yeah.
And that's because they know the marketing that they want a guy chasing. They know the direction. They know that Ryan's attention on Chase is important because it shows all these people that don't support mainstream music what they think they're going to sway their decision. Yeah, Kane Brown, Luke Combs. Look at those. Those are good examples. They're taking people that were supported from independent and they're blowing them up. Why? Why do you think that is? Because there's talented, one, but also it creates tension to this genre when you take stuff and you do that, and they know that. Look at the attention Ryan's got. Okay, let's take Chase. Where's all the attention go? Right, still with Chase. Yeah, people unsubbed, but all these people are waiting for these comments to open up. They're waiting, and when you comment, if I'm not correct, you have to click the video, so you're viewing the video. You're gaining views. They know what they're doing. They're marketing the shit out of this kid. Pawpaw Fresh, I appreciate you. Now you got till November 15th, Pawpaw Fresh. My bad, Joe.
I'm gonna have to check Pawpaw Fresh out.
Yeah, man. Like, if you like that nitty gritty country rap, like, he's got a different style. Pawpaw Fresh is like, if you know Memphis rap, he's Memphis rap with a country rap sound. Like, he's dope, and he's a dope producer. He's got a lot of good artists. West 10, they're good. Payday, I think Payday listens to him.
I like all kinds of music. I'm open to anything, really.
Yo, and Vicky said this, and she's right. I'll say this. So I've been to a Chase Matthews concert, strictly a Chase Matthews concert in Tampa. Vicky said they're marketing the young teenage population at Chase. 100%. I went to Nashville to see Upchurch, and the crowd was me. Like, it was a bunch of people just like me. You know what I'm saying? I could relate to the people around me. Yeah, they were different, but you could have a conversation with them, and they were on the same level as you. Yo, when I went to the Chase Matthews concert, it was nothing but younger.
That you went to Nashville and saw that concert.
Oh yeah, I was front row, dog. I was in the pit. My flag. I don't know if y'all can see this, but that flag right there, that picture that's on the mic stand is my flag. That's me and Ryan with my flag. That I was right there. That was one of the best times of my life. But anyway, I went to Tampa to see Chase perform, and the crowd was nothing but young people. Nobody relatable. I mean, I met a couple of people there that were Upchurch fans, and they were relatable. They were cool. They were kind of crossovers like me. They were older like me, around a bunch of younger kids that they were all like fangirls, and it was all the younger crowd. And that's what I'm saying. Mainstream targets the younger crowd. Mainstream wants these younger kids because they're able to groom that crowd. You're not able to groom a bunch of older people that already stand on what we believe in. We know what's up. Can't change our mind. That's what I've been saying. They respect our opinions, and that's why they took Jace.
Hey, bro, I'm about to hop off here, man.
Hey
I
man,
got
you have a good night, homie. I feel you because I ain't got much time left to me. I got drugged down this already, and it's just a topic that drives me nuts. So I had to speak on it.
all right, man. Good night, bro.
Night, little payday.
Good night, y'all.
Hey, man.
So I have a question, Kurt. What would be like some advice for someone like me? I'm like that's trying to do something on YouTube, but I also like maybe a good idea in a way that I could help people. Do you think?
Just you got to find something you love. Like you have to find something that don't worry about helping anybody else. Do it for yourself. That's the most important part. But find something you love and you care about, and you'll be shocked how many other people do too.
Just find that passion and cover it, yeah, because that's really
Yeah.
important to me as well. And if I can help somebody along the way, great.
You have to do you, girl.
Mm.
I agree.
Well, I'll start that way and then see what happens.
Yeah, you gotta find something that you care about and you have passion for that you can honestly speak on and speak on it with. Like that's why the true crime started getting a little bit difficult for me because nothing was really like the kid that was lost in Arizona kind of it was just very it's hard to explain. Like I don't want to sound disrespectful, but it didn't really catch my attention like other things have. Like if I was doing something the Quentin case that's going on right now, that catches my attention, but there's not much to do at this point. Like you can't
Right.
beat a dead horse. So
See,
I
that's
just
the
like
thing.
I'm not
Yeah.
stepping in and getting involved.
I feel passion for those like the missing. I'm drawn to that. I'm
So
drawn to
get in front of something find something that nobody's talking about yet. You know what I
But
mean?
Quentin is beating a dead horse. I agree with you, Kurt.
So was the Kylie case at some points. It was hard to I mean, it was on my mind all the time and I infiltrated my brain so hard that I was like confusing myself with certain situations. So it was either like that's why it's hard, man. That's why it was hard to listen to certain things because I had already beat myself up so much about believing in a certain type of direction. And then I found something else out and then it's hard to do that. Like I
No,
see why
no.
the true crime community gets frustrated when newer people come over on something that's that big and there's that much tension because it could cause a lot of confusion.
The Kelly Rodney case was just in fucking insane because new information came out every single day and it just kept us going for months.
Good
Yeah,
night,
but
Pop Off Fresh. Good night, Deacon Blue.
it drew me to it because it made me angry to know that if she was done wrong by nefarious reasons, that somebody could just get away with that. And I don't know, I'm still drawn to it. I still think about it because it's just that justice that gives me passion and drive, I guess that's how I want to help, but I don't know what I could do other than talk about it.
I just feel like sometimes people confuse passion for, and I'll say it, clout, because you can be passionate about something and know that it's time to back up from it. Like trust me, I want to know what happened to that girl. I do. But at the same sense, like I realize that at this point, there's no more that should even be spoke on it, in my opinion, because it's not going to change the outcome. YouTubers on the internet are not going to make a difference to the police department, and it's not going to happen. I mean, if you're, yes, does it possibly affect them? Maybe. Do they care? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
In a situation where a life is taken, I don't think if there was some corruption that YouTubers are going to make them change their mind to tell it all. Like, I don't. It's hard. So as a person, I understand that, and it's like, do I keep beating myself up about this, or do I just move on? You don't have to admit defeat, but you can just move on.
Sometimes the YouTube clout chasers just created more problems than than what they solved.
You know, I
Well,
didn't even know what that word was until recently, like, because I started talking about Kylie and covering it, and then I heard that word clout. I guess I'm old, but for me, it was just like I want to do something. That's all I care about.
Well,
So,
some of the people rotating about and engaging in panels early on kind of ruined it and fueled the crisis.
well, see, okay, so everybody has to take a step back though and think of this too. A lot of that was created, a lot of the anger and the hate and the aggression that was created were all created based off of somebody else's opinion though. Like if somebody was giving an opinion on one of my panels that I didn't agree with, I would try to ask them how they believe that, or in the chat, how do you believe that, or why do you believe that? And then I moved on. When you let things fester, so the people that are chasing clout were taught that the more attention that you create on a topic, the more people are going to pay attention. And they learn that with like it was taught to them based off of how it happened to them. So they know, oh, I just got to stir these people up and talk about them. So they're kind of, and the more you keep it around, they know that there's 900 people that are just going to keep this shit going over and over and over.
and
And over.
that can be dangerous, but in a certain
That's why I said
extent,
people are not built for that though. People are not built for that attention.
it can be dangerous, but it can also be good if it's a true injustice that needs the light shined.
Yeah, but how do you?
I never saw any drama that was on any of the panels you participated in.
No, that's why I love being over here because
I try not to, and if it happens, I try to get out of it. I try to just get away from it. I don't feel like it solves anything because I can yell at you all you want on this computer screen, and it's not gonna. You can scream at me and yell at me, and you're not. It ain't gonna change what I feel or what I think. But I will say that the problem with panels is that people. Okay, some people are listening to what is being said right now and they're thinking about it. There's other people that are only worried about what they have to say and they're ready to just say what they have to say or think what they have to think. And that's facts. Like it's hard, man.
Yeah.
You never fed the trolls.
And I learned like
I won't feed the troll. I'll get out of my character every now and then, but I usually understand that it ain't doing me no good. All it's doing is it's keeping them around. And I've tried to explain that to a few other people that I've talked to in private that you're only allowing these people to do this because you keep paying it attention. Eventually they're gonna realize this is pointless. I ain't even talking about this no more. And they're gonna move on to somebody else. That's what they're trained to do. That's why I said they understand that the only way they're gonna keep their channel going is to talk shit about other people.
I ain't down with that at all. I mean, that's why I'm up here to learn from you, and I'm here. I felt like I learned so much when you did cover Kylie's autopsy. Like I could just hear the way you were talking about it. Like, he's trying to tell the truth here. He's not just full of.
No.
So I left that feeling like, wow, what a good guy. Like I learned something. He was respectful, and I just appreciate that.
No, I appreciate you. And that's the thing. Like you can look at the facts of that and a lot of people have never been in a situation where they have to worry about facts. Like for real, like criminal facts is what I'll speak on. So if you've never been in trouble, you think you understand how something works, but you don't truly understand how it works. You could watch all the trials you want, but that doesn't mean you understand what's going on because your freedom's not involved. When somebody is trying to create a case on a possible murder suspect, right? They have to build that case so solid that when they get to trial, that no matter how much they pick it apart and they pull all this crap out, there's still a whole big solid foundation on how they're going to lock them away for the rest of their life. And that's why people get so pissed off when they're like, oh my gosh, this person only got second-degree murder. Yeah, because their case is only strong enough to get them second-degree murder. If they reach for first-degree premeditated murder, they're going to shoot it down and the person's going to walk because they don't have enough evidence to get that far. They only have enough evidence to prove that they killed them. They don't know how to, they can't prove that they premeditatively killed them. So that's why that dude that killed that girl, that 7-year-old, his daughter, that's all over, that just got arrested. I forget what her name was. I didn't know anything about that case, but knowing what I know, the reason that dude only got second-degree murder with tampering of a corpse is because they couldn't get him on a premeditated murder. It's not like he premeditatedly did anything. You can't prove that.
This is a good lane for you to be in, though, Kurt, because you have that inside knowledge, in my opinion. You know,
law enforcement only gets one shot.
That's it. Look at OJ. Look at OJ. Look at Casey Anthony. That's a closer case. So when Casey Anthony got in all the trouble she got into and they arrested her, the first thing I said was, y'all are idiots. Y'all are so stupid, because they would have left her out to go frolic all the parties that she was attending, getting fucked up and running around the town and gallivant with all these people. She would have started getting emotional and talking about it. And then she would have told somebody in her inner circle, and that person would have said, I can't believe this girl killed her baby, and told me how it happened. And that person would have been a credible witness on a trial. And then when they took her to trial, they would have had substantial evidence to charge her with the crime that they charged her with, and it would have worked. It didn't work because they didn't have any evidence. You can't put somebody behind bars off of speculation.
100%.
And the jury's all it takes is one person in the jury to go, nope, she didn't do it. I believe she didn't do it. And that's it. See ya. Gone. She gone. And that's crazy.
Well, I guess I gotta figure out what it is and just do it, I guess.
But that's the charge. And the only time, like, if you're charged with murder and you're facing like life in prison, it takes one person to say no. If you're doing a burglary charge and a jury comes back, 3 to 6 or whatever, or a 9-person jury, whatever it is, bam, you're guilty. You know what I mean? So it depends on the crime. It depends on the situation. It depends on a whole lot of things, but they know that. They understand the law. The prosecutors, the district attorneys, they get it. So if they're charged with somebody for something, it's because they don't have any more evidence. They don't have enough evidence to charge with anything else.
Getting 12 people together in one situation and agreeing on it is kind of hard.
Dude, they go through, you know how many people, this is another thing people don't understand. You know how crazy jury selection is? They dig through, sometimes they'll comb through 1,000 jurors and not find the ones they want and call up 1,000 more. Come on in, and they'll run through these people and they ask them questions, and they're looking for people that agree with their theories. That's all they're picking. They're picking people that agree with kids should get tattoos at 16 years old. Oh, perfect. Because when it comes up in the court that they allowed their child to get a tattoo at 16, the people in the jury are going to go, oh, that's a cool parent. They're not going to hold them, make them look like a bad parent. So they're building these juries based off of people that do the same shit that they do. They're building those. So you have to come with evidence that's going to be a no-brainer. You can't bring hearsay evidence on somebody that supports somebody and lives the same type of lifestyle. Like, I think that's what people don't understand.
And that's why the mom in Georgia hasn't been locked up yet. And the fact that everybody's going crazy over that, I just don't get it.
Well, so there's a few things that could happen though. And that's why I think people are upset. When you're on probation, you're not allowed to have contact with law enforcement, positive or negative. A cop could walk up to you and ask for your name to tell you that you're doing a great thing today in the community. And just because that cop didn't violate you doesn't mean your probation officer can't. You cannot have contact with law enforcement whatsoever. So and the reason the cops aren't doing it because they're smart, in my opinion. You could arrest her right now on a technical violation for having contact with law enforcement. But now you close off all the avenues of her telling on herself or trying to go do something stupid at night, and you recover the body.
No, I get it. I mean, I'm just waiting for her to twerk again or start screaming out something when she's drunk. I mean,
that's what you want. That's what I'm saying. You take her to jail. She can't get drunk and twerk and scream out the window. Eventually people that's why I kind of support what they're doing over there. Because when you're putting pressure on somebody that causes the drinking, that causes irrational decision making, that causes somebody to do something that they normally wouldn't do based off of stress, right? Based off of pressure.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
that's why I was thinking covering Kylie would be good because it's still putting that pressure out there. But I guess
yeah, but
that
think about this. Have you ever watched somebody play a violin on YouTube?
a violin.
Yeah.
What
Have
do
you
you
ever
mean?
watched a video of somebody play a YouTube video of a violin?
I guess so.
No, like have you can remember a
No,
specific.
no.
There you go. So chances are they don't even know we exist. They have no idea that there's anybody even in here talking shit. They're like, oh, we're back to our and cops for the most part, unless they're a part of like the internet crime department, they ain't on here
So
exposing who they
what,
are.
in your opinion, is something, from your inside experience and just covering these cases that would be a good thing for somebody to do that could potentially help shed light on something?
It's exposure. It's exposure, like what Dolly's doing with the court TV. That's good because it's allowing people to see this guy and go, "Oh, who's this?" And they turn on the news or whatever the video, his video, call whatever you want. It's his news. Turn it on and see that they're interested in this woman. That all these things are, and then it allows people to make their own opinion based off of the situation. You know what I mean? That's why I
Yeah.
think they should be careful on what they're doing because they're allowing the outside. It's leaving YouTube. Now it's going into real true crime outside of YouTube. And I don't mean real, but I mean outside of YouTube. It's going to people that sit at home all day on their couch watching true crime. That's all they watch. These people are going to see an insight into the true crime community through YouTube. So Dolly doing it is showing firsthand. He's like our face. He's like the upchurch of this situation. He's the independent YouTuber out on. So everything that they watch from him is going to be a reflection of our true crime community. So to me, it's kind of cool that Dolly's doing it because Dolly's a pretty down to earth dude.
He is
Now,
really nice.
I
Yeah.
don't know anything else about Dolly. People have brought up other things. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I do know that the exposure that YouTube brings to these cases for other people is what's important.
I'm not sure what the other creators are doing for the cause, but I agree with you on Dolly because he is he's kind of lighthearted. He's a comedian. He brings a different view to the situation, and I don't know.
Well, here's
I
a good
mean,
example. You've seen a county, a guy that was running for my Hernando County district, right? So they kind of have an insight on things. They see how things work. Maybe not his exact position, but you see that there's people of power or influence that roam around. Well, Dolly's covering the monkey case, right? And something in there doesn't really line up to what they're doing. And now allows other agencies that would never know anything about this to look at it and go, yo, we might want to call the FBI because this shit that they're doing is not right.
I
And
don't
they
think
might not ever have to say a word about it, but it allows exposure all over the United States, all over the world.
I don't think that the attention, whether it be good or bad, is necessarily a bad thing because
No, I agree.
you have to bring attention.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, and that's why I was thinking about Kylie because everything about it just didn't line up. It seemed so nefarious and wrong, and I don't know if attention for her is going to be good or bad in the end, but we need an answer for that, and that's just how I look at it. I mean, I
Well,
don't know.
nobody's gonna like what you're doing. Like I try to keep telling myself that nobody's gonna agree with you. You have to look at it as you're doing this for yourself, by yourself, and you're the only one that supports it. When you go into it like that, everybody that supports you is just a blessing. Like you're not focused on oh my god, I don't have enough support. Everything after one person is just awesome.
A blessing, exactly,
Yeah,
and that's
and the
how I look
rest
at
of,
it.
and that's why I like Dolly because I feel like Dolly, yes, Dolly sells his soap. Yes, Dolly takes super chats, but Dolly contributes to his channel. Dolly's trying to upgrade his stuff. Dolly's making moves. Dolly's out there.
And it's full time. He's
I
not
couldn't
doing
be
anything
out there
else.
sitting out there. I have a job, I have a family. So he's taking his time. He's doing his thing. Whatever else is going on behind closed doors, I don't know. I don't care. I support Dolly for what he's doing for true crime, being out there being a face. People are honking the horn, bam, 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 letting them people know that that community knows what the hell's going on and you ain't getting it over on nobody. Like he said, hopefully all the restaurants everywhere around town sees this and never serves these people. never gives them a job, drives them out of there. Get the hell out of there. Like that's if they don't go to jail, hopefully they don't have anywhere to eat. Hopefully they don't have anywhere. You can refuse service to anyone. So hopefully that happens. That's the good thing
Yeah.
that people
And she'll
don't
come
give them
forward,
credit.
maybe.
Yeah.
She needs to tell what happened. They know what happened.
Dolly is the only one buying plane tickets and renting hotel rooms.
Yeah, I emailed him and asked him like the same kind of things I'm asking you, Kurt. Like, what can I do? What are your opinions? And he wrote back and he's like, I'm willing to help you. So he's a nice guy.
And you know, the crazy thing is like Dolly. So I don't understand this. This is what really confuses me. Dolly is doing this true crime shit, and he's not out here doing anything aggressive, right? He's not. I mean, I ain't seen him ever be aggressive. I've seen him get hyped and run around and jump around, but for the most part, what harm is that man doing to anybody? Like,
Zero.
He's doing his thing.
Chill. He's completely chill.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's why I like him.
Me too.
He's documenting it. He's trying to show everybody what's going on. That's people should respect that because there's a lot of nosy people in the world that just want to see the outside of the damn house all day. They don't care about what he's saying. They're just watching that. Come on, walk out of this house, Leilani. Come on, they're waiting just like they are. They're the same. So why they don't get support blows my mind. Blows my mind.
Yeah, I don't get it because, at the end of the day, it's not about, some people might not like this. It's not about the family. It's not about Leilani. It's about that little boy. And whether they're feeling upset because they're being harassed or whatever, oh well, in my opinion, it's
Well,
about
like the
that little boy.
neighbors. It sucks for the neighbors. Don't get me wrong. It sucks for the neighbors.
Yeah,
Because I'd
yeah.
probably be a dick too if you're out in my yard yelling and shit. And I'm trying to make a
Right.
YouTube video or
That's
something.
no, I totally
I
agree.
would probably be. I don't know, but in the same sense, like I would probably be out there with them because that lady across the street from me killed that little boy. I would definitely not be happy. But I
Well,
understand the law a little bit better and understand that it really don't. Without like I don't know. I'm gonna touch on this, but I got to get off here soon. But I'll say this: without some sort of power, without some sort of influence, and I feel like that's why Dolly tries to do this because he knows he's got a little bit of influence with the subs. What are you really gonna do though, other than influence and pushing it? Like he doesn't take it to the level that everybody makes it seem. Like yeah, he's making money off this. Yeah, he's doing this, but I've never seen anybody else fly out multiple days, camp
well, isn't it
outside.
a job though? Like, if you didn't make money, how could you do it?
That's what I'm
His-
saying.
His videos aren't even monetized. They're not monetized.
But without the money, how can you travel? How can you help? How can you talk to people?
Subscriptions.
Yeah.
You have to get that. Right?
Super chat.
I am not hating on Dolly. No way. He's awesome.
Yep. And people don't respect that because they think that they wouldn't do it for free. That's what's confusing to me. Because
Well,
I promise you,
you can't.
no, you
right?
can, but you won't. You can. You could definitely do it for free. You could definitely not ever charge any. But at what point are you like, damn, what the hell am I doing this for?
Yeah, but how
If
can you quit
you're an
your job
idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot if you do that. That's what my point is. If you're doing this for free and you're staying in the hotels, renting cars, jumping around, unless okay, I take that back. If you got a bunch of money and you're already loaded out from something separate and you're just doing this to be a good person, kudos to you. But for the most part, a lot of these people want to, maybe he wants to be a reporter. Maybe he wants to be out there in the field like the paparazzi and the press. Maybe that's what his goal is. I've heard him talk about Betty having a pass, a press pass. Maybe he wants a media pass. Maybe he wants to be out there. Maybe that's why he's making the appearances. Let that man live. Do what the hell he wants.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, for me, like I can't just quit my job and do YouTube full time if I didn't get paid to do it. Because then how would you live?
No,
so I don't know.
I think that there's about 3 other channels other than Dolly that are out there, and all of them are monetized except him. And that's kind of why I kind of dig him.
I wish he would monetize. I would. I'd have mine on all the time. What? This is my thing, man. Look, YouTube is a platform built to advertise and show your videos. It costs $12 a month for YouTube Premium. You know what I mean? So $12 divided by how many channels there are a month is pennies. It's not a big deal. I know some people don't got $12. Watch the ad. I gotta watch an ad when I play a game for free. You know, it is what it is. It's what our times have come to. That's a way, and that goes back to my point. Like, it's hard. How do you monetize a song? How do you monetize a music? You got to put an ad in the front and in the back. You can't put it right in the middle of the song and stop the song and play an ad. But you can do that with a video like that. We kind of got to accept that. I feel like that. I feel like you don't have to accept that, but I feel like that shields a lot of people from channels based off of it being monetized or not. It
Yeah.
takes a lot of work to put these videos together, to take
Mhm.
time out of your day, and you're making. I mean, a video that has 10,000 views off of a. I'll be real with you, and I'll show it another time because I'm not pulling up now. I'm getting ready to go to bed, but a video with 10,000 views, no super chats, just a normal video on YouTube off of ads with all ads turned on, make you about $3, $4.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't live if you want to do that as a full-time thing.
Yeah, let me see if I can. It should. I'll show you real quick.
No, I believe you. I mean, it's just I've always been wondering about how much YouTubers make off of YouTube.
Well, you have to really have. I mean, you have to have so many views. It's crazy. I mean, it's. I'm trying to think if I had a live that didn't have a super chat. Even if it has a super chat, it's hard to. Okay, this one only has. This one I don't think had a live. Let's see. I mean, had a.
RK at 1224. I just want to say I'm gonna check your channel out.
Analytic.
What is your channel?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, just Yo Main Girl. Very small, very unprofessional. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's why I'm up here talking to Kurt and all of you. So I can
Okay,
learn.
so here I'll show you right here. And then I got to get out of here, but I want everybody to see this. And this is why I kind of chuckle when people say, "Oh, they're not monetized." Well, yeah, that sucks because you're not even making that much. Watch. All right. So this is the Johnny Gobble video. In 3 hours and 30 minutes, I was live. See, it says 39.20, but look, check this out. Your transaction revenue, it was $36.05 in super chats. Your YouTube premium revenue, I made $2.84 from people that had YouTube premium and I didn't watch ads. I made 33 cents off of the ads that were watched. So I would have made $3 and like 27 cents or 23 cents if I didn't have any super chats on.
And that was a reaction to Psycho's.
No. This was a 3 hour and 30-minute live that has 7,000. Hold on, let's see. Overview. Has 3,300 views on it. Now I'll show you Jesse B, which I just did. Hold on. Jesse B, which I just did. Go to monetization.
Thank you, Captain Kurt, because you're opening my eyes.
Here, I'll do this one. Monetization is on. There's 571 views. So that ain't going to be, it'll show you right here. Let's see, where are the statistics? All right.
And you gotta give it to Dolly too, because he
You
helped
go
me.
to, look, I lost 10 subscribers from this video, but I got 15 hours of watch time. I made $1.73.
Oh my God.
$1.73.
That's with all the watch monetization. That's
How
with
much are
all
they
ads
making
on.
though? Like, how come they only give you that? But what do they get from running those ads? You know?
That's just what they pay you per ad. It ain't when you watch an ad, it might be a penny. You know what I mean?
You have opened my eyes.
These
Yeah.
people aren't making like I was trying to find something that was long or older that has a lot of views on it. Here we'll go to the Upchurch one actually. That has a good amount of views on it.
I guess that's why Dolly sells soap.
Yeah, because it's not, and he's not lying to you when he says this has got 1,941 views, almost 2,000 views, 34 likes, and
You
it
have
made
to support
$6.20.
Oh my God. That's why everybody support each other, like, especially if you do this whole time.
And
I
it probably
only,
took
I
it
only
probably took me
support-
about an hour to make an 8-minute video, so I made $6.20 an hour off this video.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you get mad at somebody for monetizing their video?
Yeah. Well, I kind of see now why he doesn't even bother, because maybe to him it's like, well, just do it this other way and I don't have to worry about having ads, and not really worth it to him in the end.
Now, don't get me wrong. When you get 30,000, 40,000 views on something like this, it might be $50. But how
Right.
long is it going to take you to make $50? Freaking, you know
But
what I'm saying?
$50, I mean, I'm willing to give you that in 1 hour over super chats.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So when I see these people dropping, oh, this super chat here, this super chat there, and then other people are like, well, why aren't you monetizing your videos? Like, well, I see why he doesn't, because it gives him a good look. Like, I'm not monetized, hit me with a super chat. I ain't knocking him for that. That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for. But I just don't understand it. I don't understand the hate to that.
I don't either. Like, we
Everybody's talking like YouTubers are making a shit ton of money by covering all of these cases, but in actuality, they're really not. They depend on merch sales and super chats.
Yeah, exactly. Like
and
Zab Girl,
support.
Zab Girl ain't making a killing off of her ad. She's making a killing off of the super chats. People are electing to give that to her. She's not forcing anybody to give her a super chat. How can you
Right.
be mad at her for that?
No,
That's
you can't.
awesome that she's able to make money off of it. That's dope.
Yep. And she does a good, genuine job. She tries really hard.
I give
Like,
her money.
I don't know how to. Yeah, that's what's up. I don't know how to run the freaking subscription thing. Eventually, I'll figure it out, and when I do, I'll turn that thing on. I mean, you can't get mad at somebody for using the platform what it's used for.
Right. No, you can't. And then watch it and then complain about it, but you're still there watching, and well, you pay for your internet and your TV every month. If that's what you want to be. And if you're using it for entertainment purposes, then you gotta support the creator.
Do you have paid memberships, Kurt?
No, I don't even know how to do that yet. I've only been monetized for about 2 months, and I ain't even figured that out yet. I've looked for them, and I don't need. I see where it says subscriptions, but it doesn't allow me to turn anything on. So I have to figure that out.
I haven't seen how a way to be a member, a paid member.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out though eventually. But listen, y'all, I gotta get to bed, man, and I gotta get to the bathroom. So I didn't want to dip set anyway right away.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, just sitting
I
up here talking
appreciate
to
y'all
somebody
coming
like
on.
me, man, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for keeping it real.
Definitely, man. I will. I'll get you guys up here again next time too. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for
Awesome.
thank you for keeping it respectful. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and you're gonna keep, all the people that need to be around you, that are good people, are the ones you're gonna attract. So keep doing what you're doing. And have a good night, Kurt.
You too,
Perfect.
Mark. I appreciate you, homie.
Thank you, brother.
You have a good night, man. All right, y'all. I am out of here. I gotta go to bed. I ran way longer than I wanted to. Much love, mods. I appreciate it. Chat. Thanks for keeping it respectful. Y'all have a great night, and remember, be nice to one another.